Chapter 360. Any girl wouldn't be able to remain calm after seeing such a scene. Especially a guy's girlfriend. Maybe they just happened to be on the way. Maybe Lin Xian just wanted to send them home. After all, they are girls. Yi said this as if she was comforting herself. On second thought, if Lin Xian was alone with a girl and they left together, it might be easy for others to misunderstand. But there were 3 of them. What else could the 3 of them do? She was probably thinking too much. But he would rather send them back. When we wanted to go back, Lin Xian didn't send us back. I feel unfair. Lu Yufan pouted. Hearing this, Yi felt a little sour in her heart. Let's go. Lu Yufan then pulled Yi's little hand. What? Yi showed a puzzled expression. Then, she was pulled to the side of the road by Lu Yufan. It was bustling here and there were taxis everywhere. Follow them and see where they are going. Then, Lu Yufan said to the driver, Driver, follow the car in front. Is this really okay? Yi felt that it wasn't okay. They were just friends. She really felt that she was meddling too much. But Lu Yufan was different. She was Lin Xian's girlfriend. She didn't care, but she really wanted to know. It's okay. I'm just going to take a look. Lu Yufan said. Little girl, is your boyfriend flirting with other girls? The driver in front asked. Lu Yufan blushed and stammered. I just saw a guy and 2 girls get into that taxi. But don't think too much. There are many good guys. Uncle, what you mean is that you think he is really with other girls? The driver smiled and said, I can't guarantee it. But I'm also a man. This is normal. You have to be mentally prepared. The driver's words made Lu Yufan feel stifled. Oh, men. Why do men exist in this world? Can't they all be cucumbers? Damn it. However, she still held on to a sliver of hope in her heart. Then, they followed Lin Xian and continued driving. The car drove to a place that they were gradually familiar with. This place seems to be near Lin Xian's neighborhood. Lu Yufan looked out of the window and said, seeing this familiar place, she felt an inexplicable sense of panic. Then, she saw Lin Xian and the others get out of the car at the entrance of the neighborhood. Wow. Look at them. They got off the car. Lu Yufan hugged Yi's arm and said, I saw it. Yi also had mixed feelings. The 2 girls got out of the car. This was the residential area where Lin Xian's house was located. Since they had entered the residential area together, where else could they go other than Lin Xian's house? How stifling! Then, the 2 girls secretly followed them and saw with their own eyes that Lin Xian and the other 2 went to their floor and went upstairs. Wow. They went home. Lu Yufan pouted. Yi didn't know what to do. If the 3 of them couldn't do anything, now that they were going back to Lin Xian's house with him, it was hard to say. Sister Yaya isn't home? Yi asked. I think she's shopping with Senior Ling Ying and the others. Yi. Then, she didn't know what to say. Let's go upstairs and catch them. Lu Yufan wrinkled her nose cutely and said, Don't. No. Oh. Let's go home then. Stinky men. Damn men. Braised pork trotters. Lu Yufan pouted. Ding. Detected Lu Yufan's displeasure. Scumbag value plus 20,000. Ding. Detected Yi's displeasure. Scumbag value plus 20,000. Ding. The system notification in Lin Xian's mind inexplicably exploded. What the F***CK? Lin Xian was stunned. Jealousy and displeasure should have happened before. Why did it explode now? Lin Xian revealed a puzzled expression. Little did he know that the 2 girls had seen them going upstairs. When they reached home, Lin Xian cooked a bowl of noodles for each of them. Then, he lay on the sofa and played with his phone while listening to the 2 girls eating noodles. Then, he received a message from Lu Yufan on WeChat. What are you doing? Lin Xian scratched his head suspiciously. Something was wrong. Combined with the system notification from before, he felt that something was not right. Then, Lin Xian quickly ran to the window and looked outside. What if this girl was watching from below? Wah! This society is so dangerous. No matter what, I have to tell the truth at this time. Even if I tell the truth, I might be misunderstood. But for safety's sake, I can only do this. If I lie and the girls find out something, then it's game over. Lin Xian did not want to experience the feeling of being broken up. Anyway, he felt that the girls around him were all good enough. He couldn't bear to part with them. Then, Lin Xian replied, "At home." Lu Yufan saw Lin Xian's reply and sighed in relief. At least he was telling the truth. Umph. I hate men who lie the most. What about the other two girls? Lu Yufan sent another message. Lin Xian's heart thumped. No. I have to tell the truth. I have to tell the truth. They're also at my house. Their identities are a little special. They don't have identification cards, so they can only stay at my place for the time being. Seeing Lin Xian's reply, Lu Yufan sighed in relief. He was telling the truth. At least it meant that Lin Xian was not bad. Although it was not good for girls to stay at his house, compared to his previous guess, it was not important at all. Okay, then I'll go home first. Lin Xian was stunned for a moment. Didn't she just go home? Logically speaking, she should have reached home around the same time as him. But her words revealed something. Her casual words had actually revealed her inner thoughts. She just went home. In other words, wah. Women are all pickled pepper chicken feet. Society is so dangerous. Lin Xian exclaimed. Fortunately, he told the truth. Otherwise, he would be dead. What's wrong? Hearing Lin Xian's voice, the two girls turned their heads, thinking that he was talking about them. I'm not talking about you. Focus on eating. Lin Xian secretly shook his head. It was as if he had become their breeder. Oh. Then, the two girls continued eating. Lin Xian let out a long sigh. What could he do tonight? It seemed impossible. At night, there was nothing much to do. They watched TV together and chatted for a while before returning to their respective rooms to sleep. As for the pills that Ling Long Shui promised to give Lin Xian, she would only give it to him after the transaction was completed. However, it didn't matter as she probably wouldn't need it for the time being. Chapter 361. Lin Xian was currently at Mystic Heaven Realm 2 stars. He would not be strong enough to participate in the Sky Martial Assembly. However, Lin Xian would probably not go to the demonic beast domain. There were only a few days left before the Sky Martial Assembly. If he were to get injured in the next 2 days, he would be dead meat. It would be impossible for him to get into the top 10, let alone first place. However, that might not be the case. He might still be able to reach Mystic Heaven Realm 3 stars in the demonic beast domain. The next morning, Lin Xian made breakfast for them before they went to the bank together. They had gotten their money back and it was not much less. They did not bother to pursue the matter. After that, Lin Xian went to the Sky Martial Court. Lin Xian was probably the most popular guy in the Sky Martial Court. It was hard to say who was more popular between Qin Xiaotian and Lin Xian. In any case, everyone knew both Lin Xian and Qin Xiaotian. However, it was hard to say who they liked. Clearly, Lin Xian had saved a lot of people, which proved that he was a good person. Indeed, many people liked him. Qin Xiaotian had never achieved anything, but at the same time, Lin Xian was surrounded by beautiful school belles. This led to a situation where people were jealous of him. Because of jealousy, they hated him. Although Qin Xiaotian had never saved anyone, he did not have any beautiful girls around him. In the Sky Martial Court, Yi Yi and Lu Yufan were still training diligently. Lin Xian went over. What are you doing? Lu Yufan looked at Lin Xian cautiously. She was still holding a grudge against him last night. Why didn't you go out with your two sisters? Why did you come to the Sky Martial Court? Lu Yufan pouted and asked. I missed you guys. TSK, I'm immune to your flowery words. I reckon you've already said these flowery words to a lot of girls. Lu Yufan wrinkled her nose cutely. No, I swear. Really? Lu Yufan really believed him. As a man, he had to know when to tell the truth and when to lie to girls. Lin Xian had said that to many girls before. However, unless he was an idiot, how could he admit it in front of Lu Yufan? Even if it was true, he had to say that he did not do it with a straight face. Of course, it's true. Lin Xian nodded repeatedly. Lu Yufan was an innocent girl. Otherwise, she would not have been tricked by Lin Xian so easily. Although she did not believe it Lin Xian's words, she did not believe it was effective. Yi Yi watched from the side and did not say anything. She felt that it was none of her business whether Lin Xian came or played with other girls. After all, they were just friends. She had no right to interfere with Lin Xian's affairs. However, she was happy to see Lin Xian here. She was jealous when she saw Lin Xian with other girls. I'm going to look for Miss Xiao. You guys go ahead and practice. Lin Xian left after saying that. Knock, knock, knock. Lin Xian knocked on Xiao Runing's office door. Come in. Lin Xian pushed the door open and walked in with a smile. Lin Xian. Xiao Runing was stunned when she saw Lin Xian. He was a busy man. She did not know when he had become like the students in the advanced class and rarely appeared in the Sky Martial Court. Lin Xian still liked Xiao Runing. Girls like her could make a man feel better. Just like Linya. At their age, they were simply invincible. They were especially attractive. Especially when they were wearing professional attire. Oh my God. He could not stand it. Lin Xian sat in front of Xiao Runing. Is something the matter? Xiao Runing asked. Nothing. I just missed you, Miss Xiao, so I came to see you. Miss my ass. You're always hanging out with other girls. How can you miss me? Xiao Runing rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose awkwardly. Nothing. Of course not. Last night, I went out with your sister, Ling Ying, and Han Chuxue. They said that they were with you recently. Lin Xian. We're classmates. Oh. Then why was Han Chuxue crying in your arms? The corners of Xiao Runing's mouth hooked up into a smile as she poured a cup of water for Lin Xian and handed it over. So, you were the one who saved Chuxue. Not bad. You two are fated. Have you considered dating her? Lin Xian. Then he shook his head. Huh? Is she not good enough for your taste? Xiao Runing was stunned for a moment. I've always remembered you, Ning Ning. I want to get first place in the Sky Martial Tournament and get you. Xiao Runing blushed. Ding. Felt Xiao Runing's shyness. Scumbag value plus 10,000. Lin Xian was confused. Why didn't Xiao Runing's confession quest trigger? Yi too. Many of the other girls triggered their confession quests after they finished their teasing quests. The two of them were too special. Lin Xian didn't know the reason. Alright. Wah. You're not going to break your promise, are you? The Xiao Ningning in my heart is not like this. Lin Xian said with a pained expression. Xiao Runing didn't know how to explain it to Lin Xian. What realm are you now? Xiao Runing asked. Mysterious Heaven Realm 2 stars. Xiao Runing. It's over. Mysterious Heaven Realm 2 stars. She thought that Lin Xian wouldn't be able to reach the Mysterious Heaven Realm before the Sky Martial Assembly. If that was the case, it would be even more impossible for him to get first place. But now, he was already at the Mysterious Heaven Realm 2 stars. Coupled with his space attribute, her situation seemed to be a little worrying. At that time, Lin Xian wouldn't really get first place in the Sky Martial Assembly, right? Then what would she do? Would she really be his girlfriend? Wah. Alright. Let's not talk about this. Anyway, when the time comes, you just have to prepare to wash up and warm my bed. Lin Xian said. Xiao Runing. Be careful, or I'll tell your sister. Tell her. She can't wait for me to get you. Lin Xian grinned. Scram. Xiao Runing rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. Then, Lin Xian reached out and touched Xiao Runing's hand on the table. Xiao Runing quickly pulled her hand back. What are you doing? Xiao Runing's face suddenly turned red. This Lin Xian was simply too presumptuous. Damn it. Hee, so slippery. Lin Xian grinned and said, You still keep saying that you're old and whatnot. Your hand is even more tender than Ling Ying and Han Chushue's. Lin Xian laughed. At this time, Xiao Runing noticed something. Oh, you've touched their hands before? Lin Xian. Cough, that. I can see it, I can see it. Lin Xian hurriedly explained. Alright, is there anything else? If not, hurry up and leave. Xiao Runing rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. Yes. Then, Lin Xian handed Xiao Runing a piece of paper. Xiao Runing curiously took it. Jiang Zun. What is this? Xiao Runing asked Lin Xian. Lin Xian, in the demonic beast territory, Ling Ying and I met a group of people from the evil fiend temple who wanted to kill us. Chapter 362. Hearing Lin Xian's words, Xiao Runing suddenly frowned. How did you get targeted by the evil fiend palace? This was a big deal. This Zhang family is related to the evil fiend palace. Jiang Zun is Jiang Tianyu's father, and he is called branch leader Jiang by the people of the evil fiend palace. This list is the evil fiend palace's operation list, right? Lin Xian nodded. I found out about this. For some reason, every time the evil fiend palace takes action, there will be a list of operations. I'm also suspicious. Aren't they afraid of being leaked? But I don't know the reason either. It's because the Zhang family knows that you killed his son, so he brought the people of the evil fiend palace to kill you, right? Lin Xian nodded. Can you investigate the Zhang family thoroughly? Lin Xian asked. Xiao Runing shook her head. No, we lack evidence. This list doesn't mean anything, we lack substantial evidence. Lin Xian also sighed. If he had known earlier, he would have been careful to record or film it. But he couldn't record it. What about Jiang Zun? He's also a member of the operation, so he should be very powerful. Dead. Xiao Runing revealed a shocked expression. Lin Xian said, he was saved by a friend of mine. Linglong Shui? You know her? Forget it. At that time, we watched you and Ling Ying's performance together and also talked a little. Who is she? I feel that she's very strong. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose and said, I accidentally met a friend. Our relationship is just that, but it's still possible to save a life. Friend. Or do you have a boyfriend? Lin Xian. Then is Miss Xiao willing to be in a relationship with me? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Scram. Xiao Runing glared at Lin Xian. This Lin Xian was not joking. She felt that he was really looking at her as if she was his prey. I don't care. In any case, you just have to remember your promise. Wait until I get first place in the Sky Martial Assembly, then I will fuck you on the first night. Lin Xian laughed. Xiao Runing, why can't I get angry? I only promise to be your girlfriend. It depends on your ability whether you want to be my girlfriend or not. Maybe I will dump you after a day. Xiao Runing said. Wow. Society was dangerous. Then I'll add one more condition, you can't dump me. Lin Xian was dumbfounded. You didn't add this clause at that time. Xiao Runing said proudly. Anyway, she had fulfilled her promise to be his girlfriend for a day. She didn't say how long she would be his girlfriend. Then I will *CK you on that day. I've also profited. Lin Xian said with a smile. TSK, I don't agree. Xiao Runing snorted and said, also, wait until you get first place in the Sky Martial Assembly before you say that. Lin Xian said, I believe I can do it. You are only at the mysterious heaven realm 2 stars. I think some people might be at the mysterious heaven realm 4 stars or even 5 stars. Xiao Runing was in a dilemma. She wanted Lin Xian to get first place, but she didn't want to. However, it would be fine if Lin Xian could get into the top 10. As long as he got into the top 10, it would be equivalent to advancing in Tianhua City. Don't panic. Anyway, I will F*CK you. Xiao Runing. Xiao Runing felt that she was dreaming when her own student said he would F*CK her to her face. Damn it. Scram. Hurry up and scram. Don't bother me. Xiao Runing glared at Lin Xian. Hee, then I will have to trouble Miss Xiao with the Jiang family's matters. Lin Xian stood up with a smile. I have been paying attention, but I am not sure if I can get hold of the Jiang family's weakness. However, I will continue to do so. Love you, bye-bye. Then, Lin Xian ran off after saying that sweet sentence. Bastard. Xiao Runing's face flushed red. Then, she touched her slightly hot face in a daze. Oh my god. Her face was actually hot from her own student's flirting. How was that possible? Lin Xian walked out in a comfortable manner. He had already said that he would F*CK her when he got first place. Of course, he might not be able to F*CK her, but that was Lin Xian's goal. He just needed to give her a hint. Who knows, he might F*CK her. That was hard to say. Lin Xian walked out and was about to look for Lu Yufan and Yi to get to know each other better. Then, he saw 10 uninvited guests from the Sky Martial Court. The hundreds of beginner class students who were training outside saw them. The 10 people seemed to be communicating with the Sky Martial Court students. 9 of them were boys and 1 girl. This girl wasn't tall, and her appearance could only be considered delicate. She wasn't considered pretty, but it was strange that she wasn't very old. She was about the same age as Miao Xiao Miao, like a little lowly. She was constantly scanning her surroundings. What are they doing? Lin Xian asked as he moved closer to Lu Yufan and Yi. I don't know. They are from outside. I don't think they are from the Sky Martial Court, but that might not be the case. Maybe they are from the intermediate class or the advanced class, Lu Yufan said charmingly. But they're still quite eye-catching. They're all handsome guys with good looks. Their figures are also good. They probably have abs or something. Lu Yufan said infatuatedly. Lin Xian. Hey. Is it really okay for you to say that in front of me? Lin Xian glared at Lu Yufan. Humph. Lu Yufan snorted arrogantly. Who asked him to flirt with another girl? Lu Yufan did it on purpose. That's right. Lin Xian would definitely be jealous if he heard Lu Yufan's words. He also deeply understood how these girls would feel when they saw him with other girls or flirting with them. What was this called? I can empathize with you. However, although Lin Xian understood, he could not stop himself. However, Lin Xian saw a familiar person. It was the man who led the group. Chen Cheng. Was he from the Sky Star Academy? At this time, a group of people from the advanced class walked over. Qin Xiaotian, Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, and a few others that Lin Xian had never seen before. Ling Ying and Han Chuxue walked over and their eyes fell on Lin Xian. This hooligan. Look at him. Every time you see him, there must be another girl beside him. Ling Ying said unhappily. That was true. Lin Xian really did not have any brothers. Wang Fugue counted, but other than him, there was no one else. He did not even have any male friends. However, the few people from the Swift Wind mercenary group should count. Ling Ying and Han Chuxue did not like to talk about these things, so they let Qin Xiaotian take care of it. Qin Xiaotian smiled and walked over. Brother Chen, long time no see. Chen Cheng shook Qin Xiaotian's hand. Yes, long time no see. Brother Qin, I feel that your realm has improved a lot recently. It's okay. My realm is definitely not as high as Brother Chen's. I wonder why the 10 students from the Sky Star Academy are. Oh, the The principal of the Sky Star Academy ordered us to specially come here to exchange pointers with the Sky Star Academy. After all, the Sky Martial Arts Conference is about to begin, so we brought some people from the advanced class to exchange pointers. Qin Shaotian frowned. Exchange pointers? Why haven't we received any news from the Sky Star Academy? Chapter 363. They had only heard from others that many people from the other academies had come to the Sky Martial Court. As members of the advanced class, they were also the face of the Sky Martial Court. Their existence was equivalent to that of a student-student council. It was only right for them to step forward when encountering such a situation. It was rare for people from the other academies to come to the Sky Martial Court in such a grandiose manner. Perhaps our academy did not inform your academy. That shouldn't be the case, right? At this moment, Xiao Runing and a few other teachers walked over. The meeting of the experts from the two academies' advanced classes was quite an important matter. Naturally, they would come when they heard about it. If such a group of people were to fight in the Sky Martial Court, the price would be very high. What's going on? Xiao Runing glanced at them and asked. Everyone from the Sky Star Academy looked at Xiao Runing. Xiao Runing was extremely famous in the three academies. This beautiful teacher had become the dream lover of many students. There was even a time when many warriors from the other academies transferred to other academies for Xiao Runing. It was even popular for a period of time. After that, the Sky Star Academy and the Sky Sun Academy could not allow them to lose their students in order to strengthen the Tianhua Academy. Hence, there was a rule that no transfer was allowed. Only then did the situation calm down. But this was enough to show that the beauty of this beautiful teacher, Xiao Runing, was extremely exaggerated. Miss Xiao. Although they were not from the same academy, everyone recognized Xiao Runing. What's the matter? Xiao Runing looked at Chen Cheng and asked. It's like this. Our academy's dean asked us to come to the Tianhua Academy to exchange pointers. Oh. Then we should have received the news. Xiao Runing was surprised. At this moment, Chen Yiba walked over and smiled at everyone. All right, the Sky Martial Court is about to begin. Before that, it's reasonable for everyone to exchange pointers. However, don't go too far. Chen Yiba said with a smile. Thank you, Dean Chen. All right, you guys can go to the advanced class arena. Remember, don't go too far. Miss Xiao, bring them around. Xiao Runing nodded slightly. Yes, Dean. Then she looked at Han Chuxue and said, Chuxue, go find 10 members of the advanced class and fight them. Yes, Miss Xiao. Afterwards, Han Chuxue and the others led the 10 people from the Heavenly Star Academy to the advanced class, while Xiao Runing caught up with Chen Yiba. Principal, did the principal of the Heavenly Star Academy really say that? In the past Tianwu conventions, they always conserved their strength and didn't fight with each other, Xiao Runing asked in confusion. This greeting was indeed done, but it was proposed by a group of students from the Heavenly Star Academy, and he felt that it was not bad, so he agreed, but I forgot to tell you about this matter. As expected, Xiao Runing knew that it was impossible for this to be the dean's order. Since it was a student, it would definitely not be for no reason. There must be a purpose. Maybe it was because of someone. Inexplicably, Xiao Runing thought of Lin Xian. This Lin Xian really knew how to stir up trouble. Not only the Heavenly Star Academy, he also dared to provoke people from other academies. Maybe he really came for Lin Xian. Girls were indeed meticulous and sensitive. That's right, the one who proposed this was Chen Cheng. He found out that Lin Xian was actually a student of the Heavenly Star Academy, so he proposed this because the Chen clan's influence in Tianhua City was relatively large. Moreover, his proposal was not bad, so the principal of the Heavenly Star Academy agreed. Chen Cheng had 2 reasons. First, he wanted to use this opportunity to gauge the strength of the people from the Heavenly Star Academy. Second, he wanted to see if there was any chance for him to fight with Lin Xian. Even if he did not fight with Lin Xian, with the strength of the Heavenly Star Academy's experts, anyone could beat him up. Space attribute? Was the space attribute very strong? In the face of absolute suppression, the space attribute was useless. At this moment, when the beginner class, intermediate class, and advanced class heard the news, they quickly put down whatever they were doing and sat down in the large arena of the advanced class. 10 vs 10 between the Heavenly Star Academy and the Sky Marshal Court. It seemed a little exciting. Of course, they still had to fight one-on-one. Lin Xian naturally would not let go of this opportunity. This was also a chance for him to learn some of the methods of his opponents. Of course, he could not see their true strength, and they would definitely not reveal it. However, since they were all experts, then the information about their fighting methods, including their attributes, and other information would be useful. Han Chuxue was already choosing people. Shi, Ling Ying, and Qin Xiaotian were all in the shopping mall. Previously, there was the powerful Chu Haohan, but he was killed by Lin Xian. The remaining 6 people were all experts of the advanced class, but they were not as famous as the 3 of them. "Who's the last person to go up?" Ling Ying asked. To be honest, there were usually 5 very powerful students in the advanced class of an academy, and these few people were definitely the most famous in their respective academies. That was about the same number. Their Tianhua Academy had 4 of them, and with Chu Haohan dead, there were only 3 left. The Heavenly Star Academy also had a few, and the Heavenly Sun Academy was the same. The other advanced class members' strength was actually about the same, so it did not matter who went up. They were hesitating. This was indeed a chance to fight, but it was not very meaningful. It was better to watch the competition from the sidelines. This way they would not expose themselves, and they could also watch the whole process. At this moment, Chen Cheng's gaze fell on Lin Xian, who was watching the show. He had already noticed Lin Xian when he was in the beginner class area. If Lin Xian did not go up, then the purpose of his visit would be greatly reduced. At this moment, Chen Cheng said to Ling Ying, "Ling Ying, doesn't your Sky Marshal Court have Lin Xian? He's quite famous. If there's really no one, you can let him go up." Ling Ying frowned. Lin Xian? Why did it feel like he was deliberately mentioning Lin Xian? Then, she looked at Lin Xian, who was not far away, and she was furious. She was still worried that Lin Xian might have some conflict with Chen Cheng, but then she saw Lin Xian, Yi Yi, and Lu Yufan whispering to each other. After they finished talking, the 2 girls' faces turned red, and Lin Xian laughed happily and cheekily at the side. "Bastard! Lin Xian, do you want to spar with the advanced class members of the Sky Star Academy?" Qin Xiaotian called out to Lin Xian. He hoped that Lin Xian would go up, because he wanted to see Lin Xian get beaten up. Even if he did not get beaten up, he still wanted to see Lin Xian's methods. In the past, he looked down on Lin Xian, but now, Lin Xian had become a thorn in his side. Although he did not want to admit it, he had to admit that Lin Xian was still a big threat to him. Chapter 364. Lin Xian heard Qin Xiaotian call out to him and raised his head to look. "Me? What am I going to do?" Lin Xian shook his head. F***ck. Teasing the girls below, sitting there, his hand might even be on Lu Yufan's thigh. How comfortable would that be? Go up and fight. Crazy. After all, no one is going up now, there's only one person left. Qin Xiaotian said. Chen Cheng looked at Lin Xian and said, "Yes, Lin Xian, don't you think this is a good opportunity to understand your opponent?" "Understand? I can understand better if I watch the show below. Don't talk nonsense." Everyone, they really wanted to laugh, but they did not dare to laugh. This Lin Xian was really a weirdo. He even insulted the people of Heavenly Star Academy. However, Ling Ying, who understood Lin Xian, knew that Lin Xian would not insult anyone who did not have any grudges with him, unless there was a grudge, so he was sure of this matter. Xiao Runing just happened to rush over and also heard this point. She helplessly rubbed her temples. What a headache. Sure enough, Lin Xian could stir up trouble. This Chen Cheng really came for Lin Xian. Chen Cheng's face darkened, but in front of so many people, how could he show his anger? "Then are you afraid?" Hey, don't talk nonsense. What am I afraid of? If you're not afraid, then why don't you come up and fight? Moreover, you seem to have the space attribute, right? Why should I come up and fight? All of you are from the advanced class, this young master is from the beginner class, what reason do I have to PK with you? Lin Xian retorted. Everyone's mouth could not help but twitch. Wow. This B** starred actually had the nerve to say that he was from the beginner class without blushing or skipping a beat. How shameless. The beginner class, the Qi building realm, even Yi Yi and Lu Yufan had the qualifications to enter the intermediate class, but Lin Xian? A profound heaven realm cultivator still dared to claim that he was in the beginner class? However, no one knew that Lin Xian was in the profound heaven realm, only Ling Ying and a few others knew. Everyone only knew that Lin Xian was in the profound body realm, but even if he was in the profound body realm, it was still impossible for him to say that he was in the elementary class. On the other hand, Lin Xian felt that he wasn't wrong. He was still in beginner class 10, and he wasn't assigned to any class. Was there anything wrong with that? There was no such thing. The corners of Chen Cheng's mouth twitched. What the F***CK are you talking about? He had the nerve to say that he was from the beginner class? Is that wrong? Lin Xian asked when he saw the dumbstruck expressions on those people's faces. They didn't know how to answer. Lin Xian, why don't you go up and fight? I really want to see you beat them up. Lu Yufan waved her fist adorably. Every girl's Prince Charming was very powerful. In Lu Yufan's eyes, Lin Xian was the most powerful. Even if he wasn't, it was fine as long as he was in her heart. She wanted to see Lin Xian beat people up, especially those who didn't seem to be friendly to Lin Xian. Even if she wasn't the one who beat them up, it felt so good. Just like how Lin Xian beat up Jiang Tianhao for her. Wow. Thinking back to that day, Lin Xian's figure was so handsome. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose, feeling a little helpless. He didn't really want to go up and fight. However, this was a good opportunity to show off in front of his girlfriend. Although Lin Xian felt that there was no need to show off in front of Lu Yufan, this girl was easy to get, who didn't want to be better. Looking at Lu Yufan's big expectant eyes, Lin Xian secretly touched his forehead. Yi Yi was also looking forward to it. Of course, they all wanted to see the man they liked sweating profusely, fighting to his heart's content, and explosively handsome. But, at this time, Lin Xian made his decision, then raised his head and said, "It doesn't matter whether I go up or not, but after all, the 10 comrades from the advanced class of Star Academy have invited me with great hospitality." Everyone except Chen Cheng twitched the corners of their mouths. Wow. This person is so scary. He really knew how to flatter himself. Who the hell invited him? They didn't say anything. At most, it was Chen Cheng who said it. That little lowly's large eyes flashed with a trace of extraordinary splendor, revealing an expression of interest. However, I still want to hear the cheers of the crowd. Arabaldi, let me hear your screams, okay? Everyone. It was as if a crow was flying over their heads. Lin Xian stood there awkwardly as he made a ruckus. Scattered applause could be heard around him. This bastard. Xiao Runing couldn't help but laugh. Many people also couldn't help but laugh. It's a little awkward. Let's do it again. Arabaldi, let me hear your screams. Hua. Then, the people from the 10th class, Lu Yufan and Yi Yi took the lead and directly screamed and applauded. With them taking the lead, hundreds of people screamed and applauded at the same time. No matter what, although Lin Xian was very showy, he still represented their sky martial court. Even if they were jealous of him, they couldn't boost his morale and destroy their own prestige. The experts from the 10 advanced classes of Star Academy were still here. Lin Xian grinned. When the screams and applause disappeared, he walked up the stage and stood beside Ling Ying. Halfway there, he said, "This is what I should be like." What a boring person. Ling Ying secretly shook his head. Seeing that Lin Xian finally went up the stage, Chen Cheng sneered in his heart. No matter what happened in the beginning, it was fine as long as he went up the stage. "How do we fight?" Lin Xian asked. Xiao Runing then walked up and said, "The simplest way is to draw lots." This. Miss Xiao, we are here to learn from each other, not a normal competition. Chen Cheng said. Although he wanted to draw lots because this way, he would have a chance to fight with Lin Xian. However, he didn't have absolute confidence in defeating Lin Xian. After all, Lin Xian had the space attribute. If he couldn't win easily, wouldn't he, as an expert of Star Academy, become a joke? Xiao Runing slightly muttered, "That's true. Then, we need to choose people with similar realms to learn from each other. However, will you reveal your realms?" This was another problem. "So, let's draw lots randomly," Xiao Runing said. "Okay, we'll listen to Miss Xiao." Then, they wrote down the numbers. There are a total of 20 paper balls here. 2 of them are numbered from 1 to 10. The person with the same number will be your opponent. Remember, this is just a simple competition. I don't want anyone to get hurt. Don't go too far, Xiao Runing said. "Miss Xiao, how are we going to determine the winner? Isn't there a winner and loser in a competition?" Chen Cheng asked with a smile. Lin Xian felt that the way he looked at Xiao Runing was like looking at his prey. *CKU. Don't let me get this, Chen Cheng. I can't kill him. Whoever knocks the opponent down first, or knocks the opponent out of the stage, or attacks the opponent 3 times, wins. How about it? Chapter 365. Xiao Runing's plan was actually the fairest and simplest. This way they would not have to fight to the point of exaggeration. After all, it was just a spar. All right. Everyone nodded in agreement. In fact, Han Chuxue, Ling Ying, and the others did not want to participate in this spar. However, there were a few experts on the other side who were almost as influential as them. If they did not participate, the Sky Martial Court would definitely lose. Although it was just a spar, no one wanted to lose. Moreover, if they did not participate, the Sky Martial Court might not even be able to gather 10 people. None of them wanted to fight. Who could withstand it? They had no choice but to participate. Lin Xian was the same. However, since his girlfriend wanted to see him fight, he had to show off. Moreover, he might even be able to beat Chen Cheng up. After drawing lots, Lin Xian drew number 7. He didn't know who was number 7 on the other side. Then, he went down the stage and sat between Yi Yi and Lu Yufan. The 2 girls really made space for him to sit in the middle. "Lin Xian, what's your number?" Lu Yufan blinked her big eyes and asked expectantly. "Number 7. That'll take a while." On the stage, each side had 1 person remaining. They were both number 1 contestants. Lin Xian did not know the Sky Martial Court's contestant, and neither did the Sky Star Academy's contestant. Both of them were at the same level, Mysterious Heaven Stage 1 star. Their battle lasted for about 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, the Sky Martial Court's contestant was kicked out of the stage. When the Sky Martial Court's contestants saw that they had lost the first round, they were extremely frustrated. No one wanted their academy to lose, especially in their own territory. Chen Cheng sneered. Today's battle was meaningless. However, he wanted to see Lin Xian's strength. He wanted to beat Lin Xian up. He also wanted to see the strength of Han Chuxue, Ling Ying, and Qin Xiaotian. Of course, he wanted to see Lin Xian get beaten up the most. Even if he did not beat him up today, he would definitely beat him up in the spar. Number 2. Send 2 people up. Xiao Runing said a few words, and then Ling Ying and a man from the Heavenly Star Academy walked onto the stage. "Senior Sister Ling Ying, you can do it. Good luck." As soon as Ling Ying stepped onto the stage, screams could be heard. This was enough to show how famous she was. "Please enlighten me." Ling Ying's opponent was also a famous person in the Heavenly Star Academy. His status was similar to Chu Haohan of the Sky Martial Court. Although he couldn't reach the level of Ling Ying and Han Chuxue, he was only a little bit lower than them. His strength was naturally very strong. Lin Xian examined it. Ling Ying was at Mystic Heaven Realm 3 stars, and this person was at Mystic Heaven Realm 4 stars. However, one did not necessarily need to use the power of the Mysterious Heaven Stage 3 star. It was the same for him, a 4-star mysterious heaven stage cultivator. Because he wanted to preserve it. However, even if you used it, no one would know whether you were at the 3rd or 4th star of the mystic heaven realm or not, so it didn't matter. However, it was best not to use it. Ling Ying was a wind and dark dual elemental, and that person was a lightning elemental. Lin Xian was very clear that the wind elemental would definitely suppress the lightning elemental in a certain aspect. Unless his speed was extremely fast. Please enlighten me. Ling Ying cupped her fists, and then her delicate body's aura surged slightly. They did not use any weapons. Swords and sabers had no eyes, so they could use their fists and elemental skills. Whoosh! In the next moment, Zhang Meng made the first move. Lightning condensed on his body and gathered on his right fist as he charged towards Ling Ying. He knew that Ling Ying was a dark elemental. This was a very terrifying attribute, so he had to make the first move to gain the upper hand. Ling Ying did not panic. Fixed shadow. Zhang Meng, who was charging over, suddenly stopped. Damn it! He really couldn't take it anymore. This dark elemental was simply too domineering. Unless he didn't have a shadow, but how could he not have a shadow? If he didn't have a shadow, he would need to be in a place without light. However, in a place without light, the dark elemental was even more terrifying. Unable to move for the time being, he could only release the lightning. Thunder eruption. Boom! The blue lightning was like a lightning snake as it surged towards Ling Ying. Ling Ying's realm was indeed lower than his, but to be honest, a 1-star strength was not much. Moreover, Ling Ying's dark elemental had already reached 100% purity. Of course, she would not show that her dark elemental had reached 100%. This could be considered as a small trump card. Whoosh! With the power of the wind elemental, Ling Ying easily dodged the lightning snakes and instantly appeared behind Zhang Meng. Zhang Meng's pupils shrank. In an instant, lightning surrounded his body. Wanting to freeze him and then attack, wasn't that looking down on him too much? With lightning surrounding him, would you dare to attack? However, Ling Ying's lips curled up slightly. Of course, she did not dare to attack. If she had a spiritual weapon, she would still attack. However, without a spiritual weapon, she would only be a fool to attack a martial artist surrounded by lightning with her physical body. This was a situation where both sides would suffer. However, it was easy for her to win. Sudden gale. A gust of wind surged in the surroundings as Ling Ying cancelled the fixation. Then, Zhang Meng's figure flew out. At this speed, he would fly out of the arena. However, how could he admit defeat? Releasing all his strength, the lightning struck the ground behind him and his figure achieved a deceleration effect in the air. The corner of his mouth curled up slightly. The fixation is really overbearing and brainless. However, it's your fault for cancelling the fixation. Zhang Meng sneered. Is that so? Then you still have to go down. Suddenly, a voice came from in front of him, causing his pupils to shrink. This Ling Ying, her speed was terrifying. School bell, wind and dark, this attribute combination was one of the most perfect combinations. Bang! A palm landed on his body. Although the lightning was strong, this palm was filled with wind. It could not hurt him, but it also did not need to hurt him. Following that, Zhang Meng's figure flew out of the arena. Hua! Everyone applauded excitedly. They could not tell whose cultivation level was higher, but they knew that Zhang Meng was very famous. Ling Ying had won the battle so easily. As expected of one of the leaders of the Sky Martial Court. Senior Sister Ling Ying is really powerful. Lu Yufan said enviously. They were all girls, but why was Ling Ying so powerful while she and Yi Yi were so mediocre? In fact, they could not be blamed. Everyone had different choices. Ling Ying had been practicing martial arts and swordsmanship since she was young. She had been to the demonic beast domain since she was young, but they were just ordinary young ladies. Their personalities made them dislike fighting and killing. However, in this era, it was better to work hard to improve oneself. If one could increase one's cultivation level, increase one's lifespan, and slow down aging, Why would they continue to live in the most mediocre way? Therefore, they were also working hard. Although it was a little late, it was still okay. As long as they had the heart, it was fine, just like Wang Xintong. You can be so powerful in the future, Lin Xian said with a smile. Chapter 366. Lu Yufan and Yi Yi looked at Lin Xian. Could they really be so powerful in the future? Lin Xian added, as long as you cultivate well, going to the beast domain is inevitable. However, improving your fighting ability is also a must. You have to take care of both. If you want, you can ask Miss Xiao to help you. Yes, yes. The two girls nodded obediently like chicks pecking rice. They had a good relationship with Xiao Runing. Other than the teacher-student relationship, they were more like good friends. Xiao Runing would definitely help them. Ling Ying from the Sky Martial Court is really powerful. I'm convinced. Zhang Meng stood up and cupped his fist. Although he said so, he was definitely not convinced. He still had many big moves that he had not used yet. But he did not use them. Did Ling Ying use them? However, the dark attribute is really powerful. If it's fixed, how can I break free? Lu Yufan asked Lin Xian. You can either use some method to block the shadow. No, you don't need to block it. You just need to change the position of the shadow. For example, changing the position of the light will change the position of the shadow. Then, the fixed image will be broken. Or you can break free with absolute strength. Actually, it's not difficult. For cultivators of the same realm, the effect of the fixed image is not big. They can break free with all their strength. However, that person from the Sky Star Academy did not break free with all his strength. He wanted to hide his strength. In a battle of the same realm, the fixed image is more of a momentary control. For example, when that person gathered lightning to attack Ling Ying, he was fixed halfway and could not move. Even a momentary control was enough to break his attack rhythm. Lin Xian said. The fixed image was actually not that scary in a real battle. However, if the user could accurately control the timing of the release, it would be very abnormal. The opponent would be very uncomfortable. Moreover, the purity of Ling Ying's dark attribute was full. Naturally, the effect would be higher. Thank you for letting me win. After Ling Ying finished speaking, he jumped off the stage and stood beside Han Chuxue. The relationship between the two sisters was indeed very good. After all, they had been good friends for more than 10 years. Now, it's 1 against 1. Let's invite the two martial artists in the third round to come on stage. The third person, Chan Cheng from the other side, walked up. He looked at Lin Xian halfway, but he didn't see Lin Xian move. He was disappointed. The probability of this happening was still too small. Chan Cheng's opponent was a relatively ordinary cultivator from the advanced class. He hadn't even reached the mysterious heaven realm. There was no need to think about the outcome. The fourth match, Qin Xiao Tian against a person from the Heavenly Star Academy. At least everyone from the Heavenly Star Academy had reached the mysterious heaven realm, but Qin Xiao Tian still won easily. After all, the difference in strength was indeed quite big. Lin Xian was also a little disappointed. He thought that Qin Xiaotian would be able to fight against a slightly stronger opponent. This way, he might be able to roughly see Qin Xiaotian's strength, but he didn't. Qin Xiaotian naturally liked this. He didn't need to reveal any of his strength at all. Therefore, the significance of this match wasn't that big. Xiao Runing was also helpless. If it wasn't for Chan Yibao's words, she wouldn't even want to host this PK match. It was meaningless. However, that wasn't necessarily the case. The fifth match, Han Chuxue against a mysterious Heaven Realm 1-star martial artist. Han Chuxue was too lazy to say a word. She was also too lazy to waste a second. She directly froze the opponent and then kicked him out to remove the ice. That person only felt that he lost 2 seconds of his memory. When he woke up, he had already left the stage. Qin Xiaotian looked at Han Chuxue again. Her cold energy was simply too strong. It made him incomparably envious and jealous. His cold energy wasn't weak, but this was the result of him constantly absorbing it for many years. Han Chushue was born like this. Her ability to control ice was also very strong. He admitted that he couldn't compare. If it wasn't because he felt that he couldn't beat Han Chushue, and because he liked this woman, Qin Xiaotian would have definitely taken Han Chushue's cold energy for himself. There were two people whose cold energy he had never seen before, Han Chushue and Xiao Runing. Xiao Runing's cold energy wasn't weaker than Han Chushue's. Moreover, it was said that the reason why Han Chushue could have her current ability was largely due to Xiao Runing. He wanted to have their cold energy. That way he would be able to improve by a lot. But he didn't have the ability. If one day he had the ability, if one day he felt that he couldn't have Han Chushue, he wouldn't hesitate to make a move on Han Chushue and take away her cold energy. This was Qin Xiaotian. Xiao Runing nodded slightly. Of course, she knew about Han Chushue's matter. She had comforted her, but it was useless. She was also very happy that Han Chushue could come back again. Moreover, she admired Han Chushue's ability to control her cold energy. It wasn't that Xiao Runing was conceited. In terms of ice control, she felt that only Han Chushue could compare to her. When she was born, her ice attribute purity was 98%. Han Chushue was also 98%. They were almost at the maximum. It was almost impossible to see such a high attribute purity at birth. It was also destined that they would be extraordinary. Number 5, please go on stage. Number 6. After 6 rounds, the score was 3-3. How should it be said? It wasn't too exciting. But this group of students was watching with great interest. It was because they could see Ling Ying, Han Chushue, and the others fighting. Although it was fast, it was enough to feast their eyes. Lin Xian stood up. Lin Xian, you can do it. Lu Yufan and Yi Yi cheered for Lin Xian. Don't worry. Watch me crush the other side. Lin Xian twisted his neck. Then, he saw the average-looking little lowly walk up calmly. Lin Xian. Wow. What kind of luck was this? The only girl on the other side was his opponent. Lin Xian was about to faint. It wasn't that it was hard to fight. It was just that, for a guy to fight a girl in front of so many people, it wasn't too good. Of course, if it was a real competition, it wouldn't be a big deal. The key point was that this was just a simple exchange of pointers. Lin Xian then walked up to the stage. Then, Lin Xian casually released his Eye of Cave Spirit. Then, Lin Xian was stunned. Question marks. Full of question marks. In other words, this little lowly's cultivation was at least 5 stars higher than his. In other words, her cultivation was at least Mysterious Heaven Realm 8 stars. Damn. Impossible, right? Lin Xian was stunned. He looked again. The strongest person here was Chen Cheng. He was only at Mysterious Heaven Realm 4 stars. He could see it. However, this seemingly ordinary little lowly was at least at the profound Heaven Realm 8 star? Who would have thought? Who was this little lowly? Who is this girl? Why haven't I seen her before? Since she came with Sky Star Academy, she should be at least Mysterious Heaven Realm, right? She's quite powerful. Ling Ying said faintly. Han Chushue shook her head slightly. All of them were unfamiliar with this little lowly. Not to mention them, even the people from Sky Star Academy were unfamiliar with her. This little lowly was a new student who joined Sky Star Academy a few days ago, but she was quite powerful. Chapter 367. Xiao Runing stood beside Han Chushue and looked at the arena. This girl joined the Heavenly Star Academy 5 days ago. At first, everyone thought she was just an ordinary Qi-building realm student, but after she joined the Heavenly Star Academy, she fought all the way to the advanced class. Just like Lin Xian, she directly revealed the strength of the Mysterious Heaven Realm. At that time, she even caused a sensation in the Heavenly Star Academy, not inferior to Lin Xian at that time. Xiao Runing said to Han Chushue and Han Chushue, Mysterious Heaven Realm at such a young age. Very powerful. What about her fighting ability? Xiao Runing said, it said that she beat Chen Cheng, not by strength, but by absolute fighting ability. The two girls were shocked. Mysterious Heaven Realm at such a young age was powerful, but it was not surprising because her family could bring her out to hunt powerful beasts every day to raise her realm. Logically speaking, if they wanted to, they would have already reached the lower realm, but if her fighting ability was strong, it would be a different concept. What about her attributes? I don't know, she never revealed what her attributes were. The most inconspicuous one is the strongest one among them. This Lin Xian's luck is really good. Ling Ying smiled helplessly. Lin Xian only knew one little lowly, Miao Xiao Miao. In Lin Xian's opinion, Miao Xiao Miao was definitely the top little lowly. High realm, high IQ, beautiful, and strong fighting ability. But this little lowly, although not as beautiful as Miao Xiao Miao, she was even more powerful. So powerful that it was a bit exaggerated. Please advise me. The little lowly cupped her fist towards Lin Xian. Please advise me. Lin Xian also cupped his fist. Whoosh. Then, the little lowly directly rushed towards Lin Xian. Mysterious Heaven Realm 2 stars. Her realm was obviously higher, but she only released the power of Mysterious Heaven Realm 2 stars to preserve her strength. Lin Xian knew that, but was it a coincidence that she was at Mysterious Heaven Realm 2 stars? Or did she already know that he was at Mysterious Heaven Realm 2 stars? Lin Xian did not know. Bang! The two of them continuously threw out punches one after another, and the speed of their punches gradually increased. Everyone could only hear the whistling of the wind and the sound of their fists colliding. Turtle! This Heavenly Star Academy's little lowly is so fierce. Why is Lin Xian retreating? Is she that strong? Every move is extremely fierce. I don't think it's any worse than Ling Ying's. Whose girl is this? Why haven't I seen her before? When they started to fight, the battle strength that the little lowly displayed, the degree of her attacks had already exceeded everyone's imagination. From her every move, it could be seen that she was an expert. And it was a very powerful one. Chen Cheng sneered. Although he did not want to admit it, but he felt that this little girl who had suddenly joined the Heavenly Star Academy was stronger than him. This was the truth. At that time, he was indeed hung up and beaten. He had even released his elemental power, but she hadn't. He was still defeated. He was convinced by this little girl's prowess. Lin Xian was dumbfounded. F***ck. This little lowly was too fierce. Lin Xian had to admit that he had lost when it came to pure combat prowess and martial arts. And it was a big defeat. He could not beat her. He definitely could not beat her. Ding. You have triggered the quest. Confessing Little Sister. Quest reward, void. Quest duration, 2 months. Quest punishment, level 0. Current status, forced to accept. Lin Xian, dumbfounded. As they fought, Lin Xian was dumbfounded. How did he trigger a quest? In the past, when he triggered a mission, the target would always be a top-notch beauty. Although Miao Xiao Miao was a little lowly, she was still a little beauty who could make Lin Xian want to harm her despite his guilt. Although this little lowly's voice was very sweet and pleasant to listen to, her appearance could only be considered average. That's why this was a man. Looking at the appearance was indeed the most important thing, followed by the character. When the appearance was not enough, the character was also too lazy to look at. This was the truth. That was indeed the truth. But this made Lin Xian very embarrassed. This little lowly was quite cute, but her appearance was not enough. The most embarrassing thing was, F***ck. It was a confession quest. 2 months. If he failed, his level would be 0. F***ck. What the hell? Also, what was the quest reward? It was a void. What was a void? This concept was too broad. Lin Xian did not understand at all. Also, F***ck. Blue skinny. In other words, this little lowly Lin Xian had no choice but to woo her, right? Hey. I say, Miss System, You triggered a quest to look at her. Can we look at her appearance? Can it be the same as before? Is it your taste or mine that is not good enough? Lin Xian dodged the attacks while conversing with the system. This little loli was not very ugly, but she was not the good-looking type either. In any case, she looked very mediocre. We have to look at her appearance too. That's right, Lin Xian was indeed such a tacky person. But it was very realistic, right? Don't be fooled by the appearance of things. The system's voice came. You're still pretending to be deep in front of me. Lin Xian was helpless. Don't be fooled by the appearance of things? Could it be that this little girl was actually very beautiful? Disguise? T. How could there be such a powerful disguise technique in the modern world? It could be seen with a single glance. Also, Lin Xian's eye of insight should be able to see through her even if she was wearing a mask. The system did not reply after that. Lin Xian was extremely embarrassed. But he could not woo her. If the quest reward was trash or nothing, Lin Xian would not be bothered to do this quest. But this was another quest reward that would reset his level if he did not complete the quest. He could not take it. Wait. Stop. Lin Xian leaped back to increase the distance between them. That little loli really did stop. You admit defeat? I can't beat you. Hua, hearing Lin Xian's words, everyone exclaimed. Lin Xian could not beat this little loli? Was this a joke? Although they did not want to admit it, Lin Xian's strength was obvious to everyone. He was indeed very powerful. He could not beat such a small little loli? Was this a joke? Then admit defeat. The little loli said. I won't admit defeat. Because I still have another move. To be honest, this little loli had attracted Lin Xian's attention. She was so young, but her combat power was so strong, and her realm was so high. The key was that no one had seen her before. Very powerful. An space jump. Lin Xian then silently released a space jump, preparing to teleport her out of the arena. As long as he could get her out of the arena, it would be his win. However, Lin Xian did not have much hope. So, he wanted to see if she could release a higher realm power to break free from the power of space. Chapter 368. Seeing Lin Xian release the power of space, the little loli was slightly surprised, but she didn't panic at all. Lin Xian frowned. What was going on? Why was nothing happening to her? If her realm was high, but she only released 2 stars of Mystic Heaven Realm. No, even if she released 4 stars of Mystic Heaven Realm, she wouldn't be able to break free. But she was completely fine. She was just standing there. It was as if Lin Xian's power of space had lost its effect. No. Lin Xian was sure that it hadn't lost its effect. Then why wasn't it working? She didn't release any power higher than 4 stars of Mystic Heaven Realm to break free. Then why wasn't she doing anything? She didn't release any power, but she didn't move at all. She wasn't affected by Lin Xian's space attribute. There was only one possibility. She had also mastered the power of space, and she was even stronger than Lin Xian. She could easily break down Lin Xian's power of space. Moreover, her mastery of space had to be much stronger than Lin Xian's. Others couldn't see through it because the way she broke down Lin Xian's power of space was very subtle. She didn't even release any power. Lin Xian was dumbfounded. What kind of monster was this little loli? When she saw Lin Xian's eyes, she knew that Lin Xian must have found out that she had the space attribute. But what harm could it do? What was the point of fighting? Even if she released her elemental power, she wouldn't be able to win even if she took out her spiritual weapon. Her only advantage was the space attribute, but she had it too, and it was even stronger. What kind of demon was this little loli? I can't win, I can't win. I'm not fighting anymore. Little girl, can I add you on WeChat? Lin Xian grinned. Everyone. What the F***CK? Everyone was stunned by Lin Xian's words. You can't win and admit defeat, okay? Fine. Up to you. But why did you want to add her on WeChat? Lu Yufan and the others were also stunned. Then, in Lin Xian's mind, a few system notifications from the jealous ladies appeared. No, at the very least, Lin Xian had to have a way to contact her. This was her mission objective, and she had to complete this mission before she could do it. Oh, being a man is so tiring. I wish I could be a woman and lie down. When the little lowly heard Lin Xian's words, she revealed a surprised expression. Just add me on WeChat. Lin Xian took out his phone and pointed at it. The little lowly's eyes continued to be confused. Lin Xian, don't tell me you don't know what WeChat is? The little lowly nodded. Normally, with her personality, she would leave immediately after hearing Lin Xian admit defeat. However, when she looked at the phone in Lin Xian's hand and the term Lin Xian just said, she was surprised. She wanted to know more. She had seen Lin Xian's phone more than once in school. She had taken it from more than one person, but she had never asked. Lin Xian frowned. It shouldn't be. Logically speaking, living in the city, it was impossible that she didn't know about WeChat. Could it be that she was too young? Then, add a QQ? What's your QQ number? Everyone. The little lowly shook her head. Lin Xian. No. Even if you're a few years old, you should know how to QQ. It's impossible that you don't know how to QQ. Did she just come out from the mountains? However, Bing Lingyue and Linglong Shui didn't know either. Could it be that she was the same as them in some way? Impossible, right? Lin Xian was shocked by his own guess. Then give me your phone number. She continued to be confused. Do you have a phone? The little lowly. Everyone looked at them, dumbfounded. Do you know what this is? Lin Xian waved his phone. Some kind of spiritual weapon that can emit light and sound. Lin Xian. No. She didn't even recognize the phone. This little lowly was definitely not someone who lived in the city. Either she had just entered the city, or she was the same kind of existence as Linglong Shui and the others. This was a bit exaggerated. No wonder the system would give her a mission. She was not simple. The little lowly seemed to have lost her patience with Lin Xian. She said, "Are you still going to fight? If not, then get off." No, I can't beat her. Then, Lin Xian walked off the stage. Everyone was stunned. What's going on? Ling Ying asked as she moved closer to Lin Xian. I can't beat her. Really? I really can't beat her. Believe me. You can't beat her either. Ling Ying. But I only feel that her combat ability is very strong, but as for the rest. You don't want to fight her even though she has the space attribute? She also has the space attribute, and she's stronger than me. Lin Xian said. Ling Ying. What a shocking existence. Ling Ying looked at the little lowly from afar. She didn't think that Lin Xian would lie at this time. A young girl with the space attribute who didn't lose to Lin Xian in terms of combat ability. She had basically secured the first place in the Qianwu tournament. Chen Cheng was stunned. He wanted to let the little lowly beat up Lin Xian, but Lin Xian admitted defeat just like that? He didn't even try to resist? At least try to use a martial skill. Let him see your bottom line. He admitted defeat without even using a martial skill. Everyone was dumbfounded. Xiao Runing naturally heard Lin Xian's words. How do you know about the space attribute? We didn't feel her release any power. I tried to use the space attribute to move her out of the arena, but she didn't move at all. She wasn't affected at all. At the same time, she didn't release any power that was higher than mine. There's only one possibility, she's immune to my space attribute. That means her control over space is much stronger than mine. Lin Xian said. How mysterious. Xiao Runing's beautiful eyes looked at the little girl, and the little girl also glanced at them, then turned her head away. No. Lin Xian felt that he had to communicate with her. He had to do this mission. Lu Yufan and Yi Yi came over. Lin Xian, you can't beat her? Lu Yufan didn't want to see Lin Xian beat up a girl, but Lin Xian couldn't admit defeat. How can I not beat her? I saw that she was young, so I went easy on her. What if she lost and sat on the ground crying? Lin Xian explained. I knew it. How can you not beat her? Lu Yufan giggled. It seemed that Lin Xian was still a gentleman. Ling Ying, Xiao Runing, and Han Chushue secretly rubbed their foreheads when they heard Lin Xian's bragging. Really? What a way to brag. I'll go talk to her, Lin Xian said. Talk about what? The girls looked at Lin Xian curiously. It was normal for Lin Xian to like pretty girls, but this little lowly wasn't too pretty. Although she wasn't ugly, she wasn't pretty either. Even if Lin Xian was a pervert, they would accept him liking a little lowly. But according to their understanding of Lin Xian, he should like pretty girls. Chapter 369. Xiao Runing looked at Lin Xian and said, No wonder you can't find a girlfriend. It turns out that you like this kind of girl, pervert. Lin Xian. No, Miss Xiao, you're wrong. It's not that he doesn't want to find a girlfriend, it's that he can't find one. Ling Ying added. Lin Xian, Puqi, Lu Yufan and the others couldn't help but laugh. Even Han Chushue revealed a smile. I can't find a girlfriend? I can't find a girlfriend like this? I'll beat you to death with a hammer. Come on. Ling Ying stared at Lin Xian without any fear. Okay, you two are always messing around. Xiao Runing knew that they had a good relationship. Even now that Lin Xian and Linya were living in Ling Ying's house, it was normal for them to mess around with Xiao Runing. I'm leaving. I'm going to play games with the little girl. Lin Xian finished speaking and walked away. They were stunned. Why is Lin Xian looking for that girl? Lu Yufan asked in surprise. It didn't make sense at all. If the little girl was beautiful and delicate, Lin Xian looking for her would be understandable. But she wasn't beautiful. They didn't look down on the little girl because she wasn't beautiful, but they couldn't understand Lin Xian's actions. Who knows? None of them understood Lin Xian's thoughts. Lin Xian flirted with her? Impossible. Although they said that Lin Xian was perverted, the real him shouldn't be that perverted, right? And he shouldn't be that desperate, right? Hi. Many people watched as Lin Xian walked towards the group of people from the Heavenly Star Academy, and then greeted the little lowly. Everyone was stunned. What was this Lin Xian trying to do? He had already flirted with all the beauties in his own academy, and now he was flirting with girls from other academies? That can't be, right? Chen Cheng looked at Lin Xian, who was beside him. He was also dumbfounded. Lin Xian, what are you doing? Chen Cheng stared at Lin Xian. This Lin Xian had two beautiful girlfriends. Of course, he wasn't sure if they were his girlfriends, but there were so many beautiful girls around him. Was it normal for him to come and chat with the students of his own school? It was abnormal in anyone's eyes. Young Master Chen, as a member of the Sky Martial Court, it's only right for me to interact with the other students. I'll go to your hotel for a meal another day, Lin Xian said with a smile. Chen Cheng was stunned. Whatever. He didn't know how to talk to Lin Xian. After all, Lin Xian was right. There was nothing wrong with exchanging pointers with students from other academies. After all, they were here in the name of exchanging pointers. Little Lowly glanced at Lin Xian. What's the matter? Nothing, I'm just here to get to know you, Lin Xian said with a smile. There's nothing to get to know, she said coldly. Oh my. Was this still the cold little lowly? I want to ask you about the space attribute, is that okay? No. Lin Xian. I'll take you to eat something delicious. I know a few good restaurants. I'll treat you. Little Lowly glanced at Lin Xian. Hey, don't tell me you want to kidnap Little Lowly? One of the students from the Heavenly Star Academy looked at Lin Xian and said quietly. Lin Xian. Damn. Brother, I just like to make friends. Lin Xian said awkwardly. Needless to say, he did seem to have such thoughts. He wanted to woo her. That person stopped talking. Then, Lin Xian took out a lollipop, peeled it, and passed it to her. Here. Little Loli took it in astonishment. What is it? It's delicious. Try it. Then, she stuck out her tongue and licked the lollipop. Her super beautiful eyes lit up. Ling Ying clenched her fists when she saw Lin Xian from afar. Damn it! He's taking my lollipop and giving it to other girls. F***ck. Damn it! It was obvious that she had never eaten it before. This girl is a little mysterious. Lin Xian liked to be mysterious. I'll take you to eat more delicious food. Do you want to come? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Don't worry, I just want to learn about the space attribute from you. Then, everyone was dumbfounded when they saw Lin Xian leaving the Sky Marshal Court with little Loli who was eating a lollipop behind him. This is crazy. I'm Lin Xian. What's your name? Lin Xian. Her cute brows furrowed slightly. She knew this name. Was it the same name? Ling Longyue. Then, she said casually. She did not want to hide it. What was so special about this name? They did not know anything about it anyway. Little did she know that Lin Xian knew about it. Lin Xian. Ling Longyue. What the F***ck? This name reminded Lin Xian of Ling Longshui. Ling Longshui had a younger sister. Is she Ling Longshui's younger sister? Moreover, she has the space attribute. No way. No way. Ling Longshui is very beautiful. How can she have such a beautiful elder sister and an ordinary-looking younger sister? No way. It must be a coincidence. It's definitely a coincidence. Do you have an elder sister? Lin Xian did not know why he asked this question. The moment Lin Xian finished his question, he felt a monstrous murderous intent. He was shocked. F***ck. Something's not right. It seems to be her. That's right. It's killing intent. And it's coming from this little Loli. Although it was only for a moment, Lin Xian was too familiar with this aura. What do you mean? Ah ha ha ha, Lin Xian quickly scratched his head and laughed. Ha ha ha, well, we have a celebrity called Ling Long something. This surname is very rare, so I was just joking. She can't really be your sister, right? Celebrity? What's her name? Her name is Ling Longyue. Ling Longyue shook her head slightly and crushed the lollipop in her mouth. Do you have more? Yes, yes, yes. Then, Lin Xian passed her another lollipop and picked up his phone. Hey, Xiao Linglong, what's your sister's name? Lin Xian sent a message to Ling Longshui. Ling Longshui was shopping and eating lunch with Bing Lingyue. She took out her phone and saw Lin Xian's message. Why are you asking this? Ling Longshui sent it over. Nothing. I'm just asking. Ling Longyue. Lin Xian. He was crazy. This was not a coincidence. This must be Ling Longshui's sister. A strong little girl with a space attribute. Her name was the same. And when he mentioned her sister, there was something strange about her. All the coincidences could not be a coincidence. This was Ling Longshui's sister. Is your sister pretty? Lin Xian asked again. Pretty? That was not right. This little Loli was not pretty. Wait. The system lady said that he could not judge a person by their appearance. Could it be that she was really in disguise? But why couldn't the eye of insight see through her disguise? If I say that I'm with your sister, would you believe me? Chapter 370. Lin Xian was certain that Ling Longshui was Ling Longshui's biological sister. Ling Longshui didn't believe it. Lin Xian was with her sister? That was impossible. Her sister hated Lin Xian to the core. It was good enough that she didn't kill Lin Xian, but she was with Lin Xian? That was impossible. But, her sister only knew the name Lin Xian, but she didn't know what he looked like. That day, they were only looking at him from above. If she hadn't interacted with Lin Xian, she wouldn't have been able to recognize him. But she knew her sister's temper well. She was one of those lawless existences. No matter who you were, she wouldn't care about you. Even if you were more powerful than her, as long as you offended her, she would go crazy beyond imagination. So, if she met Lin Xian, then Lin Xian would be dead. Also, how could she be with Lin Xian? The world was so big. How could she find Lin Xian? That was impossible. Then, Linglong Shui replied to Lin Xian, "Goodbye." Lin Xian. He was dumbfounded. "Goodbye." This Linglong Shui was poisonous. "Goodbye my ass." "Hey, I'm serious. Your sister is beside me." Linglong Shui was silent. "I'm serious." Then, her avatar turned gray. Lin Xian. What did it mean when it turned gray? Either she was invisible, or she was annoyed by Lin Xian and went offline. Damn it. That was her sister. Why didn't this girl believe it? It was normal for Linglong Shui to not believe it. Why would her sister appear in the human world? She was a member of the Myriad Demon Alliance. She came to the human world to experience human life. She couldn't think of any other reason for her sister to come to the human world other than to kill humans on behalf of the Myriad Demon Alliance. So, Lin Xian couldn't be with her sister. What's wrong? Bing Lingyue looked up and asked Linglong Shui. He said he was with my sister. Linglong Shui shook her head and said, "We haven't met before, and he and my sister are enemies. If they were really together, he wouldn't have had a chance to send a message. He wouldn't be that bored." Bing Lingyue paused and said. After she finished speaking, she hesitated again. It seemed he was really that bored. Eat. Linglong Shui then looked at the delicious food in front of her and stopped thinking about it. Lin Xian put down his phone helplessly. This girl didn't believe it. She didn't believe it. Although Linglong Shui wasn't pretty, Lin Xian was sure that she was Linglong Shui's sister. She must have used some kind of disguise. Because in this world, there weren't so many coincidences that converged at one point. If she didn't believe it, then so be it. Then, Lin Xian sent another message to Linglong Shui. "Just you wait, I'll make you my aunt." Lin Xian sent this message and suddenly felt that it was inappropriate. Then, he deleted it. Linglong Shui was invisible. When she saw the message, she took a look and saw that it was deleted. This girl was a curious creature. When she saw that it was deleted, she knew what she wanted to see. That's right, this girl sent 3 question marks to Lin Xian. Question marks my ass. Lin Xian chose to ignore her this time. Didn't he ignore her? Then, she would ignore him and let him feel the feeling of being ignored. Needless to say, it was really useful. Linglong Shui's phone was placed at the side. Every few days, she would look at it. When she didn't see Lin Xian replying to her, she was annoyed. At this moment, Lin Xian kept his phone and began to focus on conquering this Linglong Yue. He took a look at the favorability rating. 1. That's right, it was a real favorability rating. This small amount of favorability was probably due to the lollipop he had given her. But it was still okay. At least it wasn't a negative number. But this was a little lowly. Little Lolas were easy to fool, right? That wasn't right. She looked like a little lowly, but she had lived for a long time. Lin Xian wasn't sure. He wasn't sure how to treat her. Let's coax her first. That little yeye. Linglong Yue. A lowly human actually called her that. Damn it. But thinking about her purpose of coming, she endured it. My name is Linglong Yue. She emphasized her words. There's nothing wrong with that, little yeye. She clenched her fist slightly and then loosened it. What's the matter? What do you want to eat? Why don't I go home and cook noodles for you? I don't want to eat noodles today. Linglong Yue ate her lollipop and then looked at Lin Xian and said. Another day then. Lin Xian had a headache. If this was an ordinary little lowly, it would be easy for him to hook up with her. But she wasn't. And he had to pay attention to his words and actions. Previously, he had chatted with Linglong Shui about this little sister. Of course, he knew that this little sister wanted to kill him back then. It was indeed dangerous to be with someone who wanted to kill him and had the ability to kill him with a raise of her hand. Lin Xian didn't hide from her. Instead, he brought her along. He was quite bold. In front of them was a very famous stir-fry restaurant in Tianhua City. How should it be described? It wasn't luxurious. If one had to count, it was probably 2 or 3 stars. The decorations were very warm and simple. Lin Xian really liked the taste of this restaurant. Many years ago, Linya came to their house to learn from them. Simply put, the taste of their food was similar to Lin Xian's. The food here is very good. Since I have something to ask you, I will definitely bring you here to eat the best food. Ling Longyue didn't know if she heard Lin Xian's words. After entering, her big eyes curiously scanned the surroundings. Little Xian. The owner of this restaurant, Lin Xian, and Linya all knew each other. He happened to be doing something at the front desk. Then, he saw Lin Xian and walked over with a smile. Uncle Wang, I brought my friend here to eat. Lin Xian smiled. There are no more private rooms today. Is the main hall okay? Uncle Wang asked. Of course. It's still the same dishes as before. Okay, bring your friend over to have a seat first. Come up right away. Thank you, Uncle Wang. Then, Lin Xian brought Ling Longyue to a table in the corner and sat down. This side of the main hall was a small private space. There were other tables in front and behind, and they were all blocked by screens. Therefore, no one would see them. However, what Lin Xian didn't know was that the table behind them just happened to be Ling Longshui and Bing Lingyue. Lin Xian had brought them here before. They also liked the taste of this place, so they came. Fate was just so miraculous. The 4 of them were about 6 to 7 meters apart. However, no one could see each other because there was a screen blocking them. Do you have any questions? Ling Longyue looked at Lin Xian with her big eyes and asked. Chapter 371. Although she was indeed a little presumptuous, Lin Xian had brought her out to eat delicious food. Although she was not familiar with him, if he helped her, she could still help Lin Xian a little. Oh, I want to ask, do you know about the void? Lin Xian wanted to ask Ling Longshui this question, but it just so happened that her younger sister was here. She was an existence in the heavenly venerable realm, and couldn't be treated as a normal little lowly. Furthermore, she might know. Hearing Lin Xian's question, Ling Longyue was instantly on guard. It was not that she was on guard. With her strength, she knew that nothing would happen. However, this was the second time Lin Xian had almost revealed her identity. She was not sure if Lin Xian was acting or what. Did he already know about her true identity? Lin Xian expressed that he really did not have the intention of revealing her identity. It was just that meeting her triggered the mission, and the mission reward was the void. Therefore, he wanted to know what the void meant. Ling Longyue tapped her chin as if she was thinking about something. Do you have any more lollipops? Wait a moment. Then, Lin Xian walked away. A minute later, he took out a 10-centimeter long rainbow lollipop and handed it to Ling Longyue. Seeing this beautiful and big lollipop, Ling Longyue's eyes lit up. She quickly stood up and reached out to snatch it. In this scene, she looked like an ordinary little lowly again. Ding! Ling Longyue's favorability towards you +1. No matter how much her favorability increased, it was fine as long as it increased. Ling Longshui stuck out her tongue and licked the lollipop. Then, can you tell me what the void is? Ling Longyue looked at Lin Xian with her big eyes. It's very simple. The void is a type of power that is above space. Lin Xian looked at her curiously. To put it simply, the void is the evolved version of the power of space. It is stronger than the power of space. It is a qualitative change of the power of space. Of the same level of power, the difference between space and the void is more than double. Lin Xian. So ruthless? The void attribute was the evolved version of the space attribute. In other words, so long as he completed this mission, his space attribute would evolve into the void attribute, and his spatial energy would at least double. This was an unimaginable qualitative change. It turned out that the void still existed in this world. The void fox. Void, Lin Xian's eyes lit up. Could it be that the Void Fox had grasped the power of the void from the very beginning, and not the ordinary power of space? Very likely. Anything else? Lin Xian asked. Crack. Ling Longyue bit off a large piece of lollipop and crushed it. What a great meal! Previously, the lollipop that Lin Xian had given her was so small that it didn't matter even if she bit the whole lollipop in her mouth. As for this one, if she bit off a small part of it, her entire mouth would be filled. Of course, there are other forces in the void, she glanced at Lin Xian and said, but you don't need to know. Why? Lin Xian was flabbergasted. I have sensed your space attribute. It is very pure, but your control of space is too weak. In this lifetime, you will never be able to condense space into a void, so don't even think about it. Lin Xian, this was heart-wrenching. Then, is your void attribute? Dang. Ling Longyue looked at Lin Xian warily. Are you trying to trick me? She was not stupid, she was smart. No, I am just asking. Although my space attribute is not strong, it is still alright. However, you were able to break my space attribute so easily, so I feel that you are very powerful. I am just asking. Lin Xian said. At this moment, the dishes were served, breaking the awkward situation. Ling Longyue's saliva almost dripped down when she saw all the delicious food. Then she could not help but start eating. Lin Xian secretly rubbed his temples. He had a feeling that this sister-in-law was harder to deal with than Ling Longshui. Of course, this was not possible. Sister was sister after all. Lin Xian had spent so much time and Ling Longshui's favorability towards him had already reached more than 20. Plus, they were already very familiar with each other, so Lin Xian felt that he was already on the right track to deal with Ling Longshui. On the other hand, this sister-in-law had just started. Therefore, Lin Xian felt that it would be easier to deal with Ling Longshui than Ling Longyue. Is it delicious? Lin Xian smiled and asked. Delicious. This girl was a foodie. No matter what your identity was, who you were, how powerful you were, they all loved to eat good food. After eating good food, they would change into another person. Seeing this scene, Lin Xian revealed a smile that only a bad uncle would have. Since this Ling Longyue and Ling Longshui were both foodies, then it would be easy. At least this favorability would be easier to gain. Ling Longyue was really regretting. Ignoring everything else in the human world, these delicious foods were definitely the best. If she had known, she would have come earlier. It was also her sister who was sly and secretly went to the human world to experience life. After she found out, she also came. Although the relationship between the two sisters was not bad, there were some differences. It was more likely that Ling Longyue had reached the rebellious stage. Even so, her sister would definitely be her sister's role model. Although she did not show it on the surface, her sister would definitely follow her sister's style. For example, she would choose the style of clothes that her sister liked to wear. She felt that the clothes that her sister chose would definitely be good and she would definitely look better than her sister in them. For example, she would force herself to like whatever her sister liked. Simply put, she felt that her sister was outstanding enough and felt that what she did was the best and the most correct. In fact, this situation was very common. Many people had two brothers in their family and the younger brother would imitate the older brother. This was very normal. But there was one thing. In the eyes of the younger brother or sister, their elder brother or sister must be outstanding. Only then would they imitate them. Of course, they would not say it out loud or show it. When Ling Longyue knew that her sister had gone to the human world to experience life, she put down everything and came. She felt that her sister must have gone to experience a better life, so she had to come. However, she couldn't let her sister know and couldn't see her. Therefore, she wandered around Tianhua City aimlessly. On the first day, she met two human traffickers who tricked her away. When she found out, she killed them. On the second day, she met an organ seller. They tried to poison Ling Longyue, but before they could do it, they were killed by her again. In short, she had only felt a deep sense of malice until she went to the Heavenly Star Academy. She felt that this kind of life was not bad, and could be considered interesting. Then, she stayed until now, until she met Lin Xian. Chapter 372. How should she put it? Those people from before made her feel a deep sense of malice. However, this Lin Xian was not bad. He gave her a lollipop and even brought her to eat such delicious food. Humans were actually not bad. However, there were definitely more bad people. Humans were basically all bad people. When the time came, she would destroy Tianhua City. At most, she would let Lin Xian live. Because he still had to make good food for himself. Originally, she was just playing around. However, after entering the human world, she felt a deep sense of malice. She wanted to kill all these people. Humans were indeed bad people. However, there were also good people, but very few of them. However, she did not want to think about this now. At least, she did not want to think about it for the time being. Because the delicious food tempted her. This was the best food she had ever eaten. If there was anything in human society that could attract her, it would be delicious food. There was no other. Is there anything to drink? Ling Longyu raised her little head and asked Lin Xian. Her mouth was covered in oil, but she still kept stuffing delicious food into her mouth. She was still very cute. And there is. I'll go get some for you. Lin Xian planned to get her drunk tonight. Even if nothing happened, something might happen. Although she was a little lowly, she had lived for a long time. Therefore, Lin Xian would not feel too guilty. Then, Lin Xian got up and walked forward. The moment he passed by Ling Longshue's table, Lin Xian suddenly stopped. The two girls were chatting and did not look to the side. As a result, they did not notice Lin Xian when he passed by them. However, Lin Xian caught a glimpse of an extremely beautiful girl from the corner of his eyes. Then, he deliberately glanced at her. F*CK. Ling Longshue. Lin Xian did not understand why he was inexplicably flustered when he saw Ling Longshue here. He did not know how to do anything. Why did he feel guilty? Lin Xian did not say anything and directly walked over. Ling Longshue's beautiful nose slightly sniffed. It was a familiar smell. The Void Fox's sense of smell was developed, but she deliberately lowered her sense of smell to the same level as humans. Sometimes, it wasn't a good thing to have a keen sense of smell, so she kept it hidden. However, she could still smell the scents that passed by her. It was Lin Xian's scent. She was all too familiar with Lin Xian's scent. Other than his sister and Bing Lingyue, the person he was most familiar with was Lin Xian. She turned her head to look. She could only see his back, so she wasn't sure if it was Lin Xian, but judging by the way he walked, who else could it be? Lin Xian took the wine and walked to another place. He didn't walk back. Ling Longshue was still waiting for Lin Xian to return and confirm whether it was him or not. However, after waiting for a long time, she still didn't see him. What happened? Bing Lingyue raised her head and looked at Ling Longshue in surprise. I think I just saw Lin Xian. Really? Bing Lingyue then stood up and looked around. Lin Xian saw the tall goddess Bing Lingyue standing up in front of him and quickly lowered his head. He didn't understand. He didn't understand why he didn't want them to see him. Was it because he wanted to do something to Ling Longyu tonight and didn't want them to find out and disturb him? That was probably the reason. Bing Lingyue could see Lin Xian, who was lowering his head. Her beautiful eyes lit up. She couldn't see Ling Longyu, only Lin Xian. Over there. Bing Lingyue said, then Ling Longshue stood up. It's him. She didn't know why she recognized Lin Xian immediately. It was just that they were too similar. Maybe they were too familiar with each other. Do you want to go? Bing Lingyue asked. Ling Longshue sat down. No. Why? Bing Lingyue was surprised. Aren't we friends? Ling Longshue said, let him come to us. How can we go to him? That was so degrading. Who were they? The great void stage Void Fox, the monarch of a country, the Ice Emperor. How could they take the initiative to look for Lin Xian when they met in the same restaurant? That wouldn't do. Moreover, Ling Long Shui could tell that Lin Xian must have seen them. Otherwise, his head would be lowered so low. Who would lower their head like that when eating? Was he eating or licking the table? This guy must have seen them but pretended not to see them. He didn't want them to see him. He had a guilty conscience. Lin Xian felt that his plan was going to be ruined. Although his head was lowered, he could see in front of him. First, Bing Lingyue stood up and looked in his direction. Then, Ling Long Shui looked over. It was obvious that he had been discovered. Even an idiot would know. Should he run? Yes. He had to run. Well, let's eat somewhere else. Lin Xian said. Why? Ling Longyue picked up a bottle of beer. Then, as if she was drinking water, she raised her head and gulped it down. Lin Xian. Were all girls who had never drunk alcohol before so ferocious the first time they drank? There's a better place. Lin Xian quickly said. Lin Xian must let Ling Longyue bring Ling Long Shui's nephew to her. That's right. Oh, this is already very good. Ling Longyue gulped down half the bottle. Her face was a little red. There's something better. Then let's wait until we finish eating. Ling Longyue said. Her tone gradually softened. After a while, Ling Longyue suddenly slammed the table and pointed at Lin Xian. You! What did you do to the water? Alu! Lin Xian was dumbfounded. What did he do? Sure enough, all men are bad. Go to hell. After saying that, she was about to release her energy. I say, what's wrong with you? You can't handle the alcohol and you're saying I did something? Lin Xian looked at her dumbfounded. The energy in Ling Longyue's hand slowly dissipated. Is this alcohol? Why is it different from what I've drunk before? Nonsense, there are many kinds of alcohol. People with big boobs are all brainless. This small boobs mean that her IQ is not high. That's even better. It'll be easier for me to trick her away. Oh. Ling Longyue then sat down quietly. Her face was flushed red, probably due to her embarrassment. You took my kindness for granted. Lin Xian sighed. He was a little apologetic. I don't know. Ling Longyue was too embarrassed to say it. Then you don't intend to apologize to me? Lin Xian asked. Ling Longyue, will never apologize to anyone. Lin Xian. What a tsundere girl. She was carved out of the same mold as her sister. However, no matter how proud and tsundere her sister was, she had still apologized to Lin Xian. Then how do you intend to compensate me for misunderstanding me? Why should I compensate you? Ling Longyue asked confidently. Lin Xian. Wah. She misunderstood him and almost killed him. Now she's asking why she should compensate him. Chapter 373. Alright. He was not worthy. Sorry for disturbing. However, she really did not need to compensate Lin Xian. She was a heavenly venerable. It was normal for her to look down on Lin Xian. Just like Ling Long Shui, Lin Xian was confident that he could get her. Of course, he needed time. On the other side, Ling Long Shui was in no mood to eat. She did not know why, but she probably did not notice it. If Lin Xian did not want her to see him, then there must be a girl sitting opposite Lin Xian. It's definitely true. She did not know why, but when she thought of the girl sitting opposite him, she felt unhappy. She was really unhappy. He did not want her to recognize him. Most importantly, he actually pretended not to see them even though he saw them. So angry. It had been so long, but he still acted as if he did not see them and did not even talk to them. Bang! Ling Long Shui slammed her chopsticks on the table. Bing Lingyue looked up at her. Let's go. Ling Long Shui said. Ha! I'll go and see if he can see me. Ling Long Shui stood up angrily and took out her phone. She pretended to be playing with her phone as she walked past Lin Xian. Of course, her beautiful eyes were secretly glancing at Lin Xian and the girl sitting opposite him. The first person she saw was Ling Longyue. She did not know her, and she did not feel that she was pretty. However, she did not pay much attention to her, so she did not even notice that it was her sister. Admittedly, with her ability, it was easy to see through Ling Longyue's disguise. However, she did not expect that it was her sister and did not think that she was pretending to be her. Therefore, she did not pay much attention to her. As for her sense of smell, how should she put it? Ling Longyue did not only disguise her appearance, but also her aura. If Ling Longyue deliberately checked her out, she would not be able to hide. However, Ling Longyue only thought that she was an ordinary girl, so she didn't have the heart to investigate her. The second time, Ling Longyue was looking at Lin Xian. Of course, Lin Xian also saw Ling Longyue walking over. He pretended to wolf down his food so that he could lower his head. Ling Longyue. Bastard. After walking over, Ling Longyue walked back a few seconds later. Lin Xian. No, what is this girl trying to do? This Ling Longyue is too damn cute. He really wanted to turn her into a Taiyang. Oh, I can't hold on any longer. Then, Ling Longyue walked over and quietly sat in her seat. What? Did you see that? I saw it, but he pretended not to see it. Ling Longyue used her fork to poke the steak on her plate as if it was Lin Xian. Ding! Felt Ling Longyue's resentment. Scumbag value plus 100,000. Lin Xian. Bing Lingyue was an outsider, so of course she could see it. She didn't know when it started, but her feelings for Ling Longyue had changed from inexplicable love to inexplicable protection. To put it simply, it was more like the feelings of a best friend. Maybe it was after watching Lin Xian's performance that day. In her heart, there was an inexplicable feeling for Lin Xian. This feeling came from the deepest part of her heart. Gradually, she changed. She would often think of that scene, and often think. Therefore, she could see some of Ling Longyue's emotions, but she didn't feel much. Instead, she felt more for Lin Xian. Is the girl in front of you pretty? She's not very pretty. Ling Longyue felt that something was wrong. In the past, which girl around Lin Xian wasn't pretty? However, the girl just now had no breasts, no buttocks, and no face. As a little lowly, she was far inferior to her sister who had cheated her. Achoo! Ling Longyue, who was eating, sneezed. Alu! Lin Xian was dumbfounded. Did he catch a cold? Ding! Felt Ling Longyue's resentment. Scumbag value plus 10,000. Ling Longyue's resentment was getting bigger and bigger, and the system notifications kept ringing. But to Lin Xian, this was a good thing. Because she was important, because she cared, and because she was jealous, she still had such feelings. If she didn't care, even if Lin Xian hugged her sister, she wouldn't have any reaction. This was a good thing. Very good. Let's go find him. Bing Lingyue looked at the steak in front of Ling Longyue that had been pierced by her until it was unrecognizable. No. I am a virtuous realm elite. Ling Longyue's stubbornness told her that she couldn't. It's simple. Let's go buy some food. When we pass by them, we'll pretend that we just saw them and eat together. Can't we? Okay, let's go. Ling Longyue stood up decisively. Bing Lingyue. Then, the two girls walked past them hand in hand. Ling Longyue took a look and saw that Ling Longyue had already walked past them. She could see 1/3 of her face from behind. She was stunned. Then, she rubbed her big eyes. That back was so familiar. But her clothes didn't match with her sister's. In her memory, her sister always wore elegant long dresses. When had she ever worn modern clothes? So, she wasn't sure. Then, she deliberately sniffed the air and was stunned. What's wrong? Lin Xian saw Ling Longyue's expression and asked. Could it be that she saw Ling Longyue and recognized her? Ling Longyue didn't disguise herself. Ling Longyue would definitely recognize her. It's her. Although Ling Longyue didn't see Ling Longyue clearly, she could smell Ling Longyue's scent. It was the scent of a void fox. There were only 2 void foxes in this world. Who else could it be other than her sister? That was impossible. It couldn't be so coincidental to meet her sister. But that was the scent of a void fox. Ling Long Shui didn't hide her scent. But to detect that she wasn't human, it had to be at the same level as her. In other words, it had to be at the virtuous realm. Basically, it didn't exist. So, she didn't have to hide too much. However, Ling Longyue could sense it because she was a void fox. Who is it? Lin Xian pretended not to know and asked. A bad woman. Ling Longyue gritted her teeth. Lin Xian. Their relationship wasn't good? Why did Ling Longyue say that Ling Long Shui was a bad woman? She couldn't have beaten up her sister, right? Ha ha ha. Lin Xian suddenly imagined Ling Long Shui beating up Ling Longyue. Damn. That felt so good. Why is she a bad woman? Lin Xian asked. Because she often punishes me. Ling Longyue didn't know that Lin Xian knew something and said it out loud. Of course, it was also under the influence of alcohol. After saying it, she regretted it. What? You were punished by her? Who is she to you? Lin Xian asked while holding back his laughter. Chapter 374. What Ling Longyue regretted was that she had told someone else about her punishment. It's nothing, Ling Longyue said. After a while, Ling Longxue and Bing Lingyue each held a glass of lemonade and sipped it with a straw as they walked over. Their eyes were fixed on Lin Xian's back and Ling Longyue's body. Lin Xian. Walking to the side, Ling Longxue said with a surprised tone. Lin Xian. Wow. Sister, do you have to put on an act? Lin Xian turned around and looked at Ling Longxue and Bing Lingyue. He was shocked. It's you guys. What a coincidence. Ha ha ha. Lin Xian also started to put on an act. Yes, what a coincidence. Bing Lingyue said with a smile. Bastard. He pretended that he had just seen them. Heh men. Ling Longxue did not know why she had so many emotions. At this moment, Ling Longyue lowered her head. Oh my god. Why was her luck so bad? Why did she see her sister? And this Lin Xian knew her sister. This was even more ridiculous. Do you mind sitting with us? Bing Lingyue asked. Lin Xian didn't care anymore. What he wanted to do was no longer to woo Ling Longyue. What he wanted more was to watch the show. That's right, he wanted to be a spectator. He wanted to see what would happen between the two sisters. Wow. It felt so good. Ling Longxue waved her hand and the food on their table flew to this table. Ling Long, sit with Lin Xian. This seat was a long bench. Bing Lingyue sat beside Ling Longyue and nodded at her with a smile. Ling Longxue did not argue and sat beside Lin Xian. Ahem. Let me introduce you. This is my friend, Ling Longyue. She has the same name as your sister. Lin Xian said to Ling Longxue with a smile. Ling Longxue frowned. Ling Longyue? She suddenly remembered that Lin Xian told her that he was with her sister. Was it her? They had the same name and Lin Xian mistook her for her sister? Something was not right. Something was not right. Ling Longyue was the surname of the Void Fox. Other than the Void Fox, she did not know who else had the surname Linglong. Of course, it might be because she did not understand the human world. But the girl in front of her lowered her head, causing Ling Longxue to feel that something was wrong. She deliberately began to overlap with her younger sister. Suddenly, she realized that they were very similar. Then, Shui released her power. As expected. It was really her sister. You heir, why are you here? Ling Longxue looked at Ling Longyue and said in a cold tone. Lin Xian hugged Bing Kuo and waited for the show to begin. Ha ha ha. That felt good. Ling Longyue raised her head. Sister. Lin Xian. Didn't she just call her a bad woman? Why was she so obedient now? Ling Longyue was not afraid of Ling Longxue. However, Ling Longxue could easily punish her and imprison her. Now, she just wanted to live in the human world and eat good food. Therefore, She did not dare to provoke Ling Long Shui. Otherwise, her happy life would be gone. Therefore, she had to show a little weakness. Moreover, when she called her a bad woman, she did not know if Ling Long Shui heard it. It would be awkward if she did. Ah, your sister? Bing Lingyue showed a surprised expression. Ling Long Shui nodded. Yes, sister. Biological? Ling Long Shui nodded again. Wow. You are Xiao Linglong's sister. You hid it well. Lin Xian had a very shocked look on his face. Ling Longyue was even more shocked. What did she call her sister? Xiao Linglong? She must be crazy. The most important thing was that his sister was indifferent to it. Oh my God. Just what kind of relationship did they have? No, was she really his sister? Why are you here? Ling Long Shui stared at her sister and asked coldly. She didn't know anything else, but she knew that her younger sister was lawless. In her eyes, human lives didn't have any weight. Whether they lived or died depended on her mood. She wouldn't consider who was right and who was wrong. She wouldn't consider whether they deserved to die or not. Therefore, Ling Long Shui was afraid that Ling Longyue would come here. She was afraid that her sister would make a big mistake and she would not be able to make up for it. Her sister was really too lawless. I'm here to play. Ling Longyue raised her head and said, Play. How many people have you killed? Ling Longyue did not speak. Ling Long Shui's tone was even colder. There was a hint of anger in her voice. Speak. More than 10. Ling Long Shui's body exploded with anger. Your punishment is still too light. You will only come out after 10 years in the exiled land. Ling Long Shui said and was about to banish Ling Longyue. Lin Xian. 10 years? Then wouldn't he not be able to complete his mission? That. Xiao Linglong. Lin Xian quickly said. You didn't even ask her why she killed people. Why did you imprison her? This was the first time Ling Longyue felt that humans were so cute. Alright. Tell me why. Ling Long Shui asked. They were the ones who tried to harm me first. I swear that I have not killed a single innocent person since I came here. Ling Longyue said. Really? Ling Longyue nodded. 10 years in the banished land. Although 10 years was just a blink of an eye to avoid Fox, it was still time. She could not stand being locked up for a day, let alone 10 years. That was why she was afraid. Although she looked like she was not afraid, she was actually quite afraid of her sister. All right, I will believe you this time. Now let's go back. I am not going back. Ling Longyue shook her head. Why can you be here but I can't be in the human world? Ling Longyue retorted. Because more than 1,000 people have died in your hands. If any human knows that you are like this, they will not like you. Ling Long Shui said. It's not like you haven't killed anyone before. Ling Longyue mumbled. Those that I have killed were people who deserved to die. At the very least, they were people who tried to harm me. What about you? Me too. Why don't you admit to your mistakes? What right do you have to stay here? Ling Long Shui was about to gather her energy again. Although Lin Xian did not like people who killed innocents, he had heard from Ling Long Shui that her sister was playful and easily tricked. She was tricked into joining the Myriad Demon Alliance. She was actually a kind person. Otherwise, she would have banished Ling Longyue to some place for 100 years. Lin Xian could not allow Ling Long Shui to banish Ling Longyue. Otherwise, he would not be able to complete his mission. Let's talk about it slowly. We can eat and talk at the same time. Xiao Linglong, calm down. After all, she is your sister. Lin Xian said. Chapter 375. Lin Xian felt a little helpless. He could tell that the two sisters had a good relationship, but under this premise, there was a gap between them. This gap was similar to Ling Longyue entering a rebellious phase. Ling Long Shui wanted to control her, but she couldn't bear to. However, if the other person bullied the other, the other person would definitely be furious. They still cared about each other. Linglong Shui took a deep breath and lowered her head to drink an iced drink to calm herself down. The reason why she could control Linglong Yue was mainly because there were many things that Linglong Shui wouldn't listen to. For example, Linglong Shui had told her many times about joining the Thousand Demon Alliance. However, as a member of the demon race, she couldn't say that the Thousand Demon Alliance's actions weren't good. Now was the time when the demonic beasts were strong. When the demonic beasts attacked the human world, she couldn't say that the demonic beasts were wrong. If the humans were strong, then the situation would be reversed. The humans would kill the demonic beasts wantonly. Thus, she couldn't say anything. However, she felt that Linglong Yue shouldn't join the Thousand Demon Alliance to kill the humans. However, Linglong Yue's words made sense. If she didn't help the Thousand Demon Alliance, what if the humans counterattacked in the future? How should she put it? They were originally neutral. If they didn't join the Thousand Demon Alliance, even if they appeared in the human world, it wouldn't matter. The humans would treat them like VIPs. Of course, the Thousand Demon Alliance could choose to be neutral, but they wouldn't. On this point, Linglong Shui felt that there was no point in watching Linglong Yue join the Thousand Demon Alliance. There was no benefit in it. You've removed your disguise. Linglong Shui looked at Linglong Yue and said. When she heard Lin Xian ask her whether her sister was pretty or not, she didn't understand at first. However, when she saw Linglong Yue in disguise, she understood. Oh. Although Linglong Yue was rebellious, she only felt that if her sister's opinion was different from hers, she would reject. However, if it was the same, she would still be very obedient. Then, Linglong Yue wiped her face, and her appearance changed greatly. Lin Xian's mouth opened wide. Oh my God! This is called a disguise? This was simply a change of face, alright? If the full score was 100 points, then Linglong Yue could only score 40 points and Linglong Shui scored 98 points. No, she scored 100 points. Linglong Yue got 95 points. She was really a little girl, but Lin Xian believed that when she grew up to be about the same age as Linglong Shui, she might not lose to Linglong Shui in terms of appearance. The genes of the Void Fox were truly powerful. Miao Xiao Miao was a little fairy, but Linglong Yue was more like a little fairy. Her delicate and beautiful facial features and beautiful big eyes were especially lively. Wow! It was simply too beautiful. Miss the sun. What are you looking at? When Linglong Yue saw the way Lin Xian looked at her, she could not help but mutter. It was because Linglong Shui was here. If Linglong Shui was not here, she would not have simply muttered. Cough cough, I was just thinking that the genes of you two sisters are really powerful. The elder sister is so beautiful, and the younger sister is also so beautiful. Ding. Linglong Shui's favorability towards you +1. Ding. Linglong Yue's favorability towards you +3. Linglong Shui's favorability towards him increased probably because Lin Xian praised her beauty. To be honest, Lin Xian did not remember praising her beauty in front of Linglong Shui. As for Linglong Yue's favorability towards Lin Xian increased, it was probably because of Lin Xian that she was not punished by Linglong Shui. In any case, this was all good news. However, it was really hard for the sisters to increase their favorability towards him. Bing Lingyue just looked like she was eating a melon, and the feeling of eating a melon was not bad. Linglong Yue lowered her head and ate the delicious food quietly without saying a word. Linglong Shui stared at her and did not say a word either. Lin Xian looked left and right at the two of them. He still wanted to watch the show. The two of them should make some noise. I'll send you home after dinner. Linglong Shui still chose to do so in the end. No. Why can you be here but I can't? I've already told you this. Linglong Shui said softly. But I did not kill the innocent after coming here. Lin Xian can testify. Linglong Yue suddenly pointed her finger at Lin Xian. Lin Xian. Really, Lin Xian was dumbfounded. Him. What the F***ck was he going to testify for? He had only known Linglong Yue for a few hours and he was going to testify for her? Linglong Yue kept winking at Lin Xian. Ling Longshue's gaze moved from Lin Xian's face to Ling Longyue's face. She quickly pretended to rub her eyes. Lin Xian had been watching her the whole time. This girl was indeed quite cute. However, she had killed some innocent people. How should he put it? Lin Xian did not know how to evaluate her. No, it was precisely because of this that he should use his own efforts to turn Ling Longyue into an innocent and cute girl. She should be responsible for crying every day instead of fighting and killing. However, Lin Xian knew that Ling Longshue was very smart. She was able to deduce that they had only known each other for a short period of time. How could Lin Xian testify for her? Then, Lin Xian said, "I'm not too sure about this, but during the competition, little you knew how to hold back. Furthermore, the power she released was only at the same level as her opponent. She didn't even hurt anyone. From the looks of it, there shouldn't be any connection." Lin Xian did not offend either side. Ding. Ling Longyue's favorability towards you +1. Ling Longshue sighed. She knew that her sister was kind-hearted. The reason why she helped the Thousand Demon Alliance to kill people was because she knew that if they did not take over the humans' territory, the demon race would be plundered by the human race in the near future. The law of the jungle, survival of the fittest. This was the rule of this era. How could Ling Longshue not know this rule? However, she saw it more clearly than Ling Longyue. If that's the case, then leave the Thousand Demon Alliance and I will let you stay here. No way. In the Thousand Demon Alliance, she was considered an important existence. She was like a big sister and could command many people. Whatever she wanted to eat, she would be served respectfully. However, at home, she was disciplined by Ling Longshue all day long. She could do whatever she wanted. Of course, she felt that it was great to be in the Thousand Demon Alliance. Therefore, this was still the temperament of a child. Ling Longshue was about to be angered to death by her sister. She could not control her and could not bear to punish her. Therefore, when she saw her make a mistake, she could only send her to an independent space to reflect on her mistakes. Shua. Then, Ling Longshue waved her hand without hesitation and Ling Longyue was sucked into an independent space. Chapter 376. Lin Xian's mouth was wide open. F***CK. Sent her away? She didn't even say anything? What was he going to do about his mission? Hey, you sent her away just like that? Lin Xian glanced at Ling Longshue and asked, "As a human, don't you agree with my actions?" Ling Longshue looked at Lin Xian curiously. It was very strange. Lin Xian was a human while Ling Longyue was a member of the 10,000 Demon Alliance. When they were in Lin Feng City, she killed many people with a casual attack. Logically speaking, Lin Xian should be disgusted with her and would rather be exiled or sealed. Why did he have such a reluctant expression? Could it be that he was lustful because of her beauty? Men. No, that's not what I meant. I just think that your actions might be wrong. Lin Xian said seriously. Of course, Lin Xian was not very happy with Ling Longyue. However, it was obvious that she could change for the better. In the future, when the 10,000 Demon Alliance attacked Tianhua City, she might even be able to help the humans. What do you mean? Ling Longshue asked curiously. Lin Xian took a sip of his lemon tea and said softly, "Let me ask you, how long have you been disciplining your sister?" Ling Longshue tilted her head and thought for a while before saying, "It's been a long time, I can't remember." Then has she changed her mind? Ling Longshue shook her head. That's right, so there's a problem with your methods. Ling Longshue felt that Lin Xian's words were quite reasonable. Indeed, she did not know when it started, but this girl was not willing to listen to her discipline. The more she tried to discipline her, the more effective it might be at first, but it would not last forever. In fact, it might even backfire. Then what should I do? Ling Longshue asked. Lin Xian said, "Her current state is called a rebellious phase in our human society. Every child goes through this phase. It's just whether it's obvious or not. She's obviously very obvious. In this phase, the more you use harsh methods to discipline her, the more unconvinced she will be. It's counterproductive. That seems to be the case. Linglong Shui pondered. Do you think you have such a phase? Lin Xian asked. Linglong Shui shook her head. I don't think so, because I have never been disciplined by others. Linglong Shui said. Ah. Lin Xian was surprised. What about your parents? They didn't discipline you? Suddenly, Lin Xian realized something. Linglong Shui said that there were only 2 void foxes in the world. That meant that she and her sister were the only ones left. But that shouldn't be the case. The void foxes had a long lifespan. Their parents should still be alive. Linglong Shui showed a sad expression. They died a long time ago when I was very young. I'm sorry. Lin Xian might have guessed what she meant, but he still felt a little embarrassed. He would not continue to ask why they died. But it must be something that he did not have the right to know. However, Linglong Shui had no one to discipline her at such a young age. She was noble and elegant. To be honest, she was really amazing. She and Linglong Shui depended on each other. Their relationship must be very good. It was just that Linglong Shui had entered the rebellious phase. It's fine. Linglong Shui shook her head slightly. Bing Lingyue looked at them and remained silent. She did not know what to say. She just listened carefully. As for the rebellious phase, the best way is not to discipline her severely. Of course, you are not too strict. But she doesn't like it. Then what should I do? Linglong Shui was Linglong Shui's only family. Of course, she wanted her to be better. The better way is for you to communicate with her calmly. You saw it just now. Linglong Shui said. I mean, you don't have to deliberately talk about this. How long has it been since you 2 played together? Linglong Shui shook her head. Very long. In his memory, he did not deliberately take her out to play. At most, they went out to look for some kind of spiritual item and to see the scenery. So, this is a good opportunity. You 2 sisters have a good relationship, but there is some kind of barrier. You don't understand her and she doesn't understand you. Sometimes, you don't have to be arrogant in front of your sister. Play with her properly. Opportunity. Lin Xian nodded. Yes, what a good opportunity. You are all in Tianhua City. You are with little Bing Bing now. What if you add your sister? She doesn't know anything. If you take her out to eat, drink and play, it will be good for your relationship. Linglong Shui hesitated. How should she put it? Her feelings for Linglong Shui were similar to a father's feelings for his child. A father's love would not be expressed, but it would always be there. A father would not say, I love you, to his child. He would not say those mushy words. He would not even show his concern in front of his child. He would always be silent. Of course, it did not mean that she was a father. It was just that Linglong Shui's personality was there. How could she treat Linglong Shui gently? It did not seem right. She was more suited to be cold and strict, similar to a father's. If it was Bing Lingyue, she might be gentle. Although this queen was also cold, she had a similar feeling to Linya. In other words, she was cold to outsiders, but gentle to friends and family. But that was Linglong Shui. Let me try. Linglong Shui mainly felt that Lin Xian's words made sense. Okay, then let her out. Lin Xian said. No rush. Let's lock her up for a month first. Lin Xian. Hey. I told you, this is not allowed. We'll talk about it at night. Linglong Shui relented. Not now. I'm not happy. Linglong Shui said. Lin Xian. Really, Lin Xian almost laughed out loud. But this was understandable. Her biological sister's attitude towards her was not friendly and respectful. It was normal for her to be unhappy. However, Linglong Shui's words and actions were getting cuter and cuter. Lin Xian wanted to F***ck her more and more. He did not know when he could F***ck her again. This time would be much better than the first time. But, it was difficult. Why are you with Linglong Yu? Ling Long Shui asked a question that surprised her. Oh, she joined the Sky Star Academy and competed with our Sky Martial Court. I felt that her spatial power was very strong, so I deliberately got along with her. That's how I found out that she was your sister. Lin Xian took another sip of his lemon tea and said. Ling Long Shui nodded slightly. Then, she wanted to drink her lemon tea. She looked forward. Where was her lemon tea? Then, she turned her head and saw Lin Xian. Chapter 377. Lin Xian was holding a cup of lemon tea and sucking on it with a straw. When he saw Ling Long Shui looking over, he muttered while sucking, "Why are you looking at me? Am I that handsome?" Then, Lin Xian saw Ling Long Shui's beautiful face suddenly turn red. Lin Xian revealed a puzzled expression. Why did Ling Long Shui's face turn red? Ding! Felt Ling Long Shui's embarrassment and anger. Scumbag value plus 100,000. Ding! Indirectly kissed a young sister. Detected that host's action was unintentional. Scumbag value decreased by half, plus 50,000. Lin Xian. When Lin Xian heard the second system notification, he was stunned. Indirectly kissed. Then, he looked down at the lemon tea in his hand. Damn! This wasn't his. He didn't order it. Why did he subconsciously pick up the lemon tea and drink it? He probably got too excited and completely forgot. No wonder there was a slightly sweet taste. Hee hee. Lin Xian also understood why Ling Long Shui's face turned red. But Ling Long Shui was in an awkward position. She wanted to beat Lin Xian up. This bastard actually drank something that she drank. But it didn't seem like he did it on purpose. He couldn't be that perverted. So, she was in a dilemma at that moment. Should she beat him up or not? If she beat him up, she would lose face because he knew that he drank something that she drank. If she didn't beat him up, she wouldn't be happy. How could she let a man drink something that she drank for no reason? Lin Xian was still calm. He pretended that he didn't notice. He was really pretending. He looked at Ling Long Shui with a confused expression and continued sipping on the lemon tea. It had to be said that after having more young sisters around him, Lin Xian might not have improved much, but his acting skills were definitely top-notch. Hey! Lin Xian called Ling Long Shui again. Ling Long Shui came back to her senses and chose not to expose him. It's nothing. Ling Long Shui turned her head. Lin Xian saw that her ears were red. She was really cute. God. When would he be able to take care of this woman? Ah. Oh right. Lin Xian suddenly thought of something and asked, You void foxes control the power of space that is higher than space, right? Ling Long Shui nodded, but she was slightly stunned. Lin Xian actually knew about the void? But there is one thing that I am not sure. What? What I gave you can increase the purity of space, but you are a void. There is a difference between space and void, right? I am not sure if it can increase the power of your void-level space. Lin Xian said. He was really not sure, so he had to tell Ling Long Shui in advance. Otherwise, it would be awkward if it could not be increased. It's okay. Void belongs to space. As long as it can increase space, it can also increase void. Hearing Ling Long Shui's words, Lin Xian breathed a sigh of relief. Okay, then I will go back and prepare first. Lin Xian got up and left with the lemon tea. Ling Long Shui and the others were not done eating. They sat there and ate for a while before going to pay. Hello, are you paying for table 37 too? The beautiful cashier asked with a smile. Number 37? Ling Long Shui and Bing Lingyue looked at each other. They had only paid for their table. Why was there another table? Wait. That seemed to be Lin Xian and Ling Longyue's table. Damn it. He did not pay. He did it on purpose. Ling Long Shui was not happy. Although she did not care about the money, she was not happy about being tricked by Lin Xian. Most importantly, they were sitting together. It was impossible to say that they did not know each other. In the end, Ling Long Shui had no choice but to pay for Lin Xian. At that moment, Lin Xian was feeling quite good. However, he had something to do. That was Miao Xiao Miao. More than half of the 1-month deadline had passed. If Lin Xian did not get Miao Xiao Miao, he would not be able to withstand the mission penalty of having all his attributes reduced by 100 points. Actually, it was not bad to get her. Her affinity level had already reached the requirement. However, her personality made it difficult for Lin Xian to get her. After all, she was a proud little loli. If she was a cute little loli, Lin Xian felt that not only would he get her, but he would also have a deep understanding of her. Bah! Lin Xian could not help but spit on the ground. King bastard. He was actually thinking of doing something to a little loli? Wah! So scary. It was all the scumbag system's fault. That's right, it was undeniable. Everyone was training hard or going to the demonic beast territory to raise their realm. But what about Lin Xian? This bastard was actually thinking of getting girls all day long. He was thinking of all kinds of girls and using all kinds of methods. But Lin Xian was also tired. Each and every mission was making him mentally and physically exhausted. The scariest thing was that if he could not complete them, his attributes would be reduced and his level would be reset to 0. Who could withstand that? Wasn't this forcing him to become a scumbag? Luckily, he had experienced a lot with Miao Xiao Miao. This meant that he might be able to get this proud little loli. How should he put it? To get this type of girl, no, to be precise, to confess to this type of girl, he needed an opportunity. As long as this opportunity existed, the confession would succeed. Without this opportunity, even if the favorability level was high, it would be difficult to succeed. There were many uncertainties. There were actually many opportunities like this, but it was difficult to grasp them and encounter them. For example, Lu Yufan. Girls like her did not need opportunities, but when he stood up for her and beat up Jiang Tianhao, it was an opportunity. But would there be such an opportunity with Miao Xiao Miao? Lin Xian did not know. It was all up to fate. But if he did not stay with Miao Xiao Miao, there would definitely not be such an opportunity. The sky was starting to get dark. Lin Xian wanted to go home because he had not spent much time with Linya in the past few days. He still wanted to be with Ling Ying. But if something could happen with Miao Xiao Miao tonight, that would be fine too. As for Qin Xiaotian, Lin Xian could only wait. He could only wait. He believed that Qin Xiaotian would definitely make his move before the Qianwu conference began. Because the Qianwu conference ended on the first day, the top 10 would be decided very quickly. He could not make his move during the Qianwu conference. Lin Xian took out his phone and sent a WeChat message to Miao Xiao Miao. On the other side, Miao Xiao Miao's phone vibrated. She took it out and looked at it. It was Lin Xian, that hooligan. She had experienced it before. Originally, she was very concerned about Lin Xian. But now she did not dare to. She was afraid that she would be misunderstood and expose herself. Dear little fairy, what are you doing? This was a message from Lin Xian. Her first reaction after seeing Lin Xian's message was to blush. This Lin Xian was getting more and more mushy. But obviously, no matter what kind of girl, being mushy was useful. Of course, the prerequisite was that the girl had to like you. Chapter 378. Lin Xian realized that he was a scumbag. It was true. He never thought of himself as a scumbag before. He even patted his chest and said, "I don't want to be a scumbag." But now, he was actually thinking of how to get Miao Xiao Miao, the little loli. Wasn't this a scumbag? Lin Xian even had 3 girlfriends. Lin Xian didn't want to either. Wasn't it because of this damn system? At least it was a good reason. Miao Xiao Miao looked at Lin Xian's message and replied, "I'm preparing to go to the beast territory." Lin Xian was slightly surprised. Why was this girl going to the beast territory again? Then do you know what I'm doing? Lin Xian asked. I don't know. Miao Xiao Miao replied. I'm thinking of you. Miao Xiao Miao, ding. Feeling Miao Xiao Miao's shyness, Scumbag value plus 20,000. Now his scumbag value had reached 38 million. For the time being, Lin Xian didn't need it. He would save it first. There would be a time when he could use it. Miao Xiaomiao sat there with her face flushed red. Bastard. Stinky hooligan. Big pig trotter. She scolded a few times. But it was clear that regardless of whether Lin Xian was telling the truth or not, she was still happy. This was a woman, especially a little girl like her. Although Miao Xiaomiao was much more mature than her peers, had a high IQ, and was a proud little loli, she was still a 14-year-old girl. She was still easily tricked. What do you want to do? Disdain. Want to do. Miao Xiaomiao froze for a moment. She suddenly remembered that this wasn't the first time Lin Xian said this to her. Get lost. Lin Xian smiled as he played with his phone. He didn't know why, but he felt that teasing this little loli was very interesting. Although she was small, he didn't know why it felt so good. Who else is going to the beast territory? Just me. Miao Xiaomiao's words stunned Lin Xian. Wait for me. After that, Lin Xian hailed a cab and sped towards the Bounty Hunter Guild. Miao Xiaomiao went to the demonic beast territory alone? Was she crazy? Soon, Lin Xian arrived at the Gale Mercenaries Cafe. It wasn't dark yet. The cafe was closed early today, so it was very dark inside. Only the chandelier in the corner where Miao Xiaomiao was sitting was lit. Why is it only you? Where are the others? Lin Xian asked as he sat beside Miao Xiaomiao. Miao Xiaomiao said, everyone went on a mission. Grandpa went to play mahjong. Sister Chanqian also went on a mission. Then why don't you go? The Sky Martial Assembly is in a few days. I have to make the best use of these few days to raise my cultivation to the profound heaven realm. So, I have to work hard to grind levels for the next few days. Miao Xiaomiao said seriously. Of course, Lin Xian had already expected that Miao Xiaomiao would also participate in the Sky Martial Assembly. Then, Lin Xian glanced at her realm. Profound Body Realm 8 stars. This was already very high. In a sense, it was even faster than Lin Xian. However, in the Sky Martial Assembly, it was impossible to get into the top 10 without being at the Profound Heaven Realm. Even a Profound Heaven Realm 1 star might not be able to get into the top 10. Of course, if it was Miao Xiaomiao, that might not be the case. This girl was very powerful. Let's go. I'll go with you. Ah. Don't you have anything else to do? Miao Xiaomiao turned her head and looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian smiled and said, I'm worried about you going out alone. Miao Xiaomiao blushed and shyly lowered her head. For any girl, such words could actually give them a greater sense of security. Ding. You can feel Miao Xiaomiao's shyness. Scumbag value plus 30,000. Ding. Miao Xiaomiao's favorability towards you plus 3. Current favorability. 63. This is what a normal girl should be like. This favorability increase was so comfortable. However, it was already 63 favorability. It was time to confess. Lin Xian didn't want to be too sinful. After the confession, it would be for the reward. As for the girls, Lin Xian couldn't really defile each and every one of them, right? Lin Xian had once said that he would never have 2 girlfriends. But now, he had 3. Feeling Miao Xiaomiao's shyness and in this dark environment, wow. This was simply too invincible. However, to confess, he still needed an opportunity. Actually, in this environment, it could be considered an opportunity. However, Lin Xian felt that it wasn't enough. Lin Xian felt that if he failed to confess once, it would be harder in the future. Although he knew that many girls would reject him out of shyness, this was Lin Xian's habit. Success on the first try. Therefore, he didn't plan to confess yet. However, with such a good opportunity, he should be able to take advantage of her, right? However, to take advantage of such a young girl, wouldn't that be too perverted? Wait, it wasn't like he hadn't taken advantage of her before. Ahem. Lin Xian coughed dryly and placed his hand on her thigh. Ding, perverted behavior, scumbag value plus 100,000. Lin Xian. Miao Xiao Miao's body trembled. What are you doing? She quickly removed Lin Xian's hand and looked at Lin Xian with a red face. I'm just testing if you're cold. It's late autumn and you're still wearing a skirt. Lin Xian coughed and said. It was a bit perverted. I'm not cold, pervert. Miao Xiao Miao gritted her teeth. However, she didn't do anything else to prove that she wasn't disgusted. After all, it was 63 points of affection. If it was done well, he could even have sex with her. Go change your pants. It's cold outside. It's none of your business. Miao Xiao Miao rolled her eyes at Lin Xian and walked away. She was probably going to change her pants. Lin Xian stretched his back. Ah, I'm really a pervert. After a while, Miao Xiao Miao walked out in a pair of black pants. So pretty. Miao Xiao Miao might not be as pretty as Ling Longyue, but she was too cute. And when she grew up, she definitely wouldn't lose to Ling Longyue. Ling Longyue had a very special aura. Miao Xiao Miao had it too. He even met such a beautiful girl. What's your cultivation level now? Miao Xiao Miao asked. Her face was still red, but she had already calmed down. This bastard, he couldn't really be thinking about her, right? Bah, what a pervert. Mystic Heaven Realm 2 stars. Miao Xiao Miao. She realized that she was already working hard, but from being on par with Lin Xian at the start, Lin Xian was now several stars behind her. There was even a large realm between them. She was at Sundara, she wouldn't allow such a thing to happen. So she had to work harder. Have you been in the beast domain these past few days? Miao Xiao Miao asked. Yes. She had also been in the beast domain all day. Why was she still so far behind Lin Xian? Let's go, let's go. I have to quickly advance to the Mystic Heaven realm. Otherwise, not to mention the top 10, I'm afraid I won't even be able to enter the top 20. That would be embarrassing. Miao Xiao Miao hurriedly left. As long as she entered the top 10, it would be enough. There was still some time before the next tournament. Chapter 379. After walking out, both of them were stunned for a moment. How do we get out? We need a car. Lin Xian said as he played with one of Miao Xiao Miao's 2 ponytails. Miao Xiao Miao rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. This man is really perverted. Don't touch my ponytail. Miao Xiao Miao pouted. Giddy up. What? Miao Xiao Miao looked at Lin Xian in confusion. Why was she unable to understand him more and more? Let me hold your ponytails and gallop. Giddy up. Lin Xian said with a smile. Miao Xiao Miao. She would definitely understand now. Although she was quite innocent, she wasn't so innocent that she couldn't understand this. Miao Xiao Miao's face instantly turned red. Damn pervert, scram. Miao Xiao Miao fiercely glared at Lin Xian. Ding. Can feel Miao Xiao Miao's shyness. Scumbag value plus 10,000. This bastard. How dare he say such a vulgar thing to a little fairy like me? What a pervert. Damn man. You know. Lin Xian smiled. Scram. Ha ha ha. Then, Lin Xian couldn't help but laugh in satisfaction. Miao Xiao Miao didn't want to continue this perverted topic with Lin Xian. She pointed at a car on the side of the road and casually threw the key to Lin Xian. You know how to drive, right? Yes. Then I'll leave it to you. After speaking, Miao Xiao Miao got into the front passenger seat. Lin Xian drove the car and drove her into the beast territory. Miao Xiao Miao needed to advance to the mysterious heaven realm. Lin Xian also needed to advance. In a competition like the Qianwu Assembly where all the experts were, a higher rank meant a higher chance of success. Lin Xian was no exception. Although he had many powerful moves, who would complain about a low rank? Moreover, Lin Xian still wanted to beat up Qin Xiaotian. Although he might not be able to be placed together with Qin Xiaotian, there was still a chance. Lin Xian sent a message to Wang Chanqian in the car. The message was simple. He wasn't around tonight, so if Qin Xiaotian asked her out, she shouldn't say yes. Lin Xian was worried that Qin Xiaotian might take action when he wasn't around. Although Wang Chanqian might be fine, they wouldn't be able to find any evidence. Little meow meow, Lin Xian said with a smile as he drove. Call me Big Sister Meow. Meow Xiao Meow emphasized. Okay, little meow meow. Meow Xiao Meow. Fine. She couldn't be bothered. Let me ask you a question. Lin Xian said with a smile. Ask away. Meow Xiao Meow said as she fiddled with her phone. Do you like me? Cough cough. Meow Xiao Meow almost choked. What are you doing? Why do I feel like I'm being targeted by a big bad wolf? Nothing, I'm just asking. I don't like it. I hate it to death. The kind that I hate the most. Meow Xiao Meow hurriedly said. TCH, woman, you don't mean what you say. I'm telling the truth. You don't mean what you say. Meow Xiao Meow. Lin Xian didn't want to do anything. He just wanted to tease her. As for confessing, he needed an opportunity. The car quickly drove out of Tianhua City. They naturally wouldn't farm at the edge of Tianhua City. After all, the monsters there were very weak. They were dispensable to them. Where do you plan to farm? Lin Xian asked. Cloud Volcano. Can you go? Meow Xiao Meow asked. Cloud Volcano? Lin Xian pondered for a moment and said, That's a place where the fire element is strong, right? Meow Xiao Meow nodded. The average level of the monsters there is around Arcane Body Realm 5 stars. Occasionally, we can meet Arcane Heaven Realm ones. It's very suitable for you and me. It's also not very dangerous. It's just that there might be strong fire elements there. I'm a fire element, I'm just worried about you. Don't worry about me. Arcane Body Realm worrying about Arcane Heaven Realm. How can you say that? Meow Xiao Meow. Ah. So what if you're Arcane Body Realm? Fight me one-on-one if you dare. You. Lin Xian glanced at Meow Xiao Meow in disdain. Meow Xiao Meow. Wah wah wah. She didn't even have the right to fight Lin Xian one-on-one? How pitiful. However, if you let me touch your leg, I'll reluctantly fight you. How about it? Lin Xian grinned. Meow Xiao Meow. Scram. Damn pervert. You're so perverted. Meow Xiao Meow's face turned red. She felt her body tingle as she recalled the scene from before. Ding. Sensed Meow Xiao Meow's shyness. Scumbag value plus 10,000. Hee hee. The pervert you're talking about is now alone with you. Lin Xian let out a particularly vulgar sound. Meow Xiao Meow's body trembled. What are you doing? Lin Xian then held the steering wheel with one hand and reached out to Meow Xiao Meow with the other. Slap. Meow Xiao Meow directly slapped Lin Xian's hand away. Scram. Lin Xian smiled and didn't play around with her. He was going to be with her later anyway. There would be plenty of opportunities to play around. Lin Xian then focused on driving. Meow Xiao Meow's heart was not calm anymore. She leaned back and looked like she was playing with her phone. However, the screen on her phone didn't move at all. She was in a daze. She felt that Lin Xian seemed to have some kind of perverted desire for her. That's right, perverted desire. But she couldn't put her finger on it. She was so young. This Lin Xian couldn't really be lusting after her, right? But if he didn't, why did he always tease her and take advantage of her? Humph! What a bastard! Pervert! She was only 14 years old. What did he want to do to her? Pooey! Cloud Volcano was an active volcano. Although it was an active volcano, it hadn't erupted for more than 10 years. There would be small eruptions, but they weren't really eruptions. There wouldn't be much lava flowing out, so the danger wasn't too great. It spanned a few kilometers and was not considered big. There were about 15 volcanoes of various sizes clustered together. It was equivalent to a small volcanic mountain range. However, due to the rich fire element, it would attract some fire-type monsters to live here. It was similar to how the deep cold valley would attract some ice-type monsters. It was the same logic as how the deep cold valley attracted ice-type monsters. However, some martial artists would specially come to Cloud Volcano. Firstly, it was to kill monsters. The monsters here were more suitable for Mystic Heaven Realm or Mystic Body Realm 5 stars and above. Secondly, there was a kind of spiritual herb in Cloud Volcano. It had many uses but was relatively rare. One stalk could be sold for hundreds of thousands. It would attract many mercenary groups. However, as time passed, the number would decrease. Cloud Volcano was in front of them. It was about 80 kilometers away from Tianhua City. Lin Xian looked up. The night sky was dark, and there was a slight redness in front of them. Along with the starlight and moonlight, they could see thick smoke rising. The temperature was indeed warmer. Lin Xian and Miao Xiaomiao got out of the car. Just as they got out of the car, a huge fireball shot towards them. You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.